stop recording and then on the next beat start streaming, because the earlier we're streaming is the earlier I can run ad reams. I don't know. Run a 1 minute ad break. Error. Come on. You can't tell me I can't run a 1 minute ad break when I have no audience right now to prevent them from getting... What's it called? Start on ads? What's it called? I don't remember anymore. But yeah, we're back from streaming. I'm not sure if I should go into my spiel yet because no one's actually here at the moment. To be fair, this is an unexpected time for me to stream. I can't even see my streaming feed at the moment. Oh, it hasn't posted a notification yet. Come on, Pinkcord. You can do it. We're waiting for you. But yeah, I'm streaming today, essentially because I am down one stream in August. I definitely should have done a double drawing stream, but I was also like, well, I'm kind of free both today and tomorrow, I suppose. So, you know, that gives a bit of time to do this on both days, in fact. So this is for August stream, and then we'll do the September stream tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do motif-wise. I know everyone at the moment is playing Silk Song. I'm not. I'm continuing on with my blueprints. I haven't even bought Silk Song yet. But I do intend to play it at some point. Streamcord, are you really not? You're not gonna play any? You're not gonna post anything? It's normally reasonably quick. I don't know what's going on. Pinkcord, what are you doing? Am I gonna have to manually do this? Is this what you put me to? Oh, okay, there we go. Now it's done. Had to just be a tiny bit more patient. But yeah, other than that, I think why don't we just dive right in? I don't even have blueprints open, so we can't really dive right in. If we just pop that over there, where is my Twitch chat? Over here. I don't know if anyone's going to turn up, to be honest. Again, this is an unusual time, and it's my return after 2 weeks. Of an incorrect time, one might say. But nonetheless, at the very least, I hope Nonword turns up, because Nonword is our blueprint secretary, the one who actually keeps track of what on earth we've done and what's going on. And it's been more than 2 weeks since I last played, so I don't really remember what I was doing all that well. Fox Lime's here. Hello, Fox Lime. Who's this? Who's this character? Concha. Sure. We're back in form. We're back to blueprints. I did have at least a quick sort of look at the end of last stream and like my notes, just to sort of be like, what are we doing? I think we're still getting sanctum keys, but the problem is we're doing the sanctum keys right now, which are going to be very difficult, I think. I mean, the sigils are also like an overarching goal as well, I assume. Maybe it's a final goal, maybe it's not, I don't know. But a lot of the sigils we don't really know or haven't seen, or like I'm not really going to be concerned about them until we have access to all the places. But we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 sanctum keys left to go. And this is where it gets difficult because I don't know where 2 of them are. But we have the second sanctum key, which the hint is, let me read out to you. Second locked tight in the vault of a bank. Obviously in the vault. Obviously we need a vault key, or one of the vault keys. And I guess we get lucky? Don't know. The fourth one is down below beneath all the docks. We're pretty sure is draining the reservoir, which we need to connect the boiler room up with the pump room, which is difficult, I would say. And then we have the 5th and the 8th key, which we don't know, or at least I don't know where they are. The 5th the 5th key is held by a king on his throne, and the 8th is the last key waiting behind the last door of 8. Hello, Fodian. Welcome, welcome. So those are all very difficult things. I have no idea where that 5th key could even be. It sounds like it's on a throne, but we haven't seen a throne yet. And the 8th key is also... Oh, that's not normally how I do my Twitch setup. Let's do it like this. Is it how I normally do it? I don't know. I think that's fine. I don't really expect to stream right now, but I guess it makes sense as a catch-up. Yes. Is that unusual? You have a fortunate situation. We got a double stream weekend. But yeah, the 8th key, the last key waiting behind the last door of 8, makes it sound like it's going to open up, or it's going to be more obvious once we get the other 7 sanctum keys. We also have a grotto, for microchips or whatever they're called. We need to do that. 28 allowance, actually. I don't know why I opened that letter. But that's pretty good. I don't know if we don't have any buffs or anything going on at the moment. So it might be a little bit... Oh, I just realised the sigils are tracked down here. I think we're also missing a key. Oh yeah, we're missing a red letter. We know where it is though. It's in what's it called? The drafting studio or something? Because there was a safe in there. We don't know how to open it. I've predicted it's with a magnifying glass because it's a tiny safe. I don't think we know what the date is for it, but that we can find out. I think we want the tomb here. Because there's something which we need to light up candle-wise, right? So if we get the armory again, then we can use that. Otherwise, I don't think there's any need for us to go into the tomb at the moment. I just have a memory that in the tomb there was two things. There was something which we done, the puzzle with the statues, and then there's the candle torches on the side, which definitely are hiding something. I'm pretty sure I've not opened it yet, but if I have, then I've forgotten. I think that's fine. Let's do it then. And if we really need like an injection of coins, we can go back there to grab it. I'll just take a look to begin with. Let's see what else we got. Chapel? I mean, this could probably be a dead end and it'll be okay. So I think we'll take a hallway closet. Gem and a key. Now we really got to get back into the swing of things, which might be difficult because it's been a while since I've played. Might be a lot of things I forget how to do, but that's okay. That's why we have 2 streams, one today, one tomorrow. Right, okay, we have a dead end already. Not great. I guess we'll take the parlor. Just get some gems going. The box next to this box contains gems. A box next to this box is true. The box next to this box is false. So let's say this is true. Let's say this is false. That means neither of these are true, which is impossible. So this must be false. Box next to this box is false, so this must be true. A box next to this box is true, which must be this one. The box next to this box contains gems, so it should be in the white one. Ooh, an apple. I think I did that correctly. If I didn't, then, you know, so be it. I mean, we have a pretty good track record, I think, of a parlor so far. Like, I think it's only once which we've actually messed it up. But it was actually on purpose, if I recall, because I was like, what if something happens if you do mess it up? And then we'll have corpse one. OMG, did I just find a good girl? Yes, why not? I like to think I'm on Santa's good list. I like to think we all are, perhaps. Bedroom or storeroom? I don't think we're backtracking through here, so we're going to do storeroom, despite the fact it's a bit risky. We'll create a dead end here in the corner. We have a lot of gems, which is good. We definitely want a lot of gems. I forgot because of trophy room. You're only mine, right? What, enough? I am going to draft a workshop. Is this like... What are we doing here? Is this like some yandere thing you want going on here? I'm sorry, but I'm not buying into this. I am the people's dear. That's such a weird thing to say. The people's dear. We're creating a really weird path for our house right now. We have a keycard. I didn't even realise we had a keycard. We can't combine that, so we'll just continue on. We have a broken lever. Okay, so I don't think we need to get to room 46, right? Is there any reason for us to try to get to room 46? What's in our cloaks storage as well? Is it still a power hammer? Because I'm just trying to think, like, am I going to use this on the greenhouse if I see the greenhouse? I guess so. We could try making, what was it, the jackhammer or the final item which we've never made. No security doors. No, we have no shovels, so there's no point in us checking that out. We might as well use a key. I don't see why not. We'll do a chapel here because I do want to go backwards to start drafting things. Drawing. It's not a very good drawing room. I think we just draft lavatory just to get it out the way. Give us more gold from a tomb, I suppose, as well. Drawing room? I'm okay with a drawing room here. I don't know if we want to keep going that way. I feel like we don't have enough key resources. If I were playing your save right now, I wouldn't try to get room 46 again unless I want a crown. What did a crown do again? Is it like you can permanently erase like a red room or something? Yeah, I think that makes sense, because I don't see a reason for us to get to room 46. The only thing in room 46 for us is there's that map puzzle with the realms, but I don't really know how to solve that at the moment, so there's no point getting back. So really, I guess what we're trying to do is not necessarily go deeper into the house, we're just trying to find these rare room combinations which we need together. Rumpus Room's an interesting idea. Actually, let's do Rumpus Room. Like, I think we're on a good start to get a lot of money this run. So maybe that's something which, oh, running shoes, we should try to do. Because I think another thing as well was like the books shop and the library, right, had some interesting books which I want to read. So we do definitely need to do quite a few runs to get that done. I don't know if we've been back to the library since we got the new book, but we can definitely have a look-see afterwards. Okay, Rumpus Room, notes. Okay, so I'm going to make a new page of notes. I don't know if there's anything from these previous notes which are interesting. Oh, whoops. Boy, White Sandshore, Black, Red, Rogue Moon, Door, No Lock, which must be room 46 or Sanctum or something. Dark Cloud of Ruin, 8 red envelopes, 8 pedestals, only found 7. So that's how we know we have one more. Letter missing, like Armor Walls, we already know that puzzle. Man in Red Room, Silent Fort in Hallway, I don't know what that means. Unlatched Gate, Missing Item Didn't Take, Entrance Room, we did that one, that was the microchip. Boy, watch from afar, once brave, now afraid, Tomb, Reaper Statue, which is the secret passageway in the tomb. So I actually think we've done everything of a previous Rumpus Room predictions. So really, we're now moving forward to try and get some new ones, if anything. Okay, let's go. Alzara, sorry. Teach me your ways. And this is OG Alzara, not Foxline Azara. I'm sorry, Foxline, we were being upended for the next 30 seconds. Just a reminder that you watched Swan Song HSS, which allows you to watch your previous ones. Thank you for a reminder, that's actually very useful. I don't know if there's any, I don't think there was anything that was like, I wanted to check from the previous ones, but it's good to know in case there's something in this one I do. Where is that? Isn't that the rocks under the trees? I don't know. Forest. Step. Running steps of children. Laughter courtyard. This is, and you can see the bent thing in the background. That's, what's his name, Sinclair? In drawing room, that's a foyer, isn't it? Foyer and library. Drawing room. Portrait. Tomb. 6. Attic. Real focus on the chair. Okay, interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of that one, necessarily. Attic we haven't been to much, so that's probably maybe something significant, but again, I don't really know. There's a lot of stuff over the drawing room and the tomb, and the focus on the chair. The drawing room stuff I think is a puzzle that we've already done, the safe puzzle. I don't know necessarily what the tomb one wants us to point to, but I guess the only thing we can do is continue on and find out. Pantry or boudoir? We're going to go pantry because this is the only one which actually still takes us... Oh, never mind, we're not on the very left. I should have done boudoir. But pantry is gold, so if we get bookstop. The kennel, each time you dig in a room, unlock all rooms, doors in that room. This is a new room which we've yet to get. Dog! A beagle with a very uneery, unnerving glare. Cats. What is this? I don't know if that's relevant to something. Again, this is an optional room, right? So this is one of the ones we got from a drawing room or the drafting studio, whatever it's called. So I'm still unconvinced whether it's gonna have anything truly needed for the game in here. Well, we don't have a shovel, so there's no point digging up. How long have you all been in here? Like, who's been feeding you? Okay, well, I mean, commissary could be interesting. Well, we have so much money. I think this is actually a good time for a commissary. See if we can get a shovel, maybe. Shovel. I always like a metal detector. Well, we might as well buy everything. We might as well buy everything, I think, at this point. Now we can sort of just go back here, do this. We've dug up some coins, just get some more. But it does mean if we find a bookshop, we can't spend much in there, but, you know, so be it. Break room. Guest bedroom. We're not really hurting for steps. We'll do break room. Always like getting the option for a key card in the future. And who doesn't love doing math puzzles? Also, wait a minute. No. I was like, is that new stuff? And I was like, no, that was here last time. So 23 minus 3, 20, 60, 10. This is square, so that's 4. 80 divided by 80. So this is 20 minus 1 minus 13, which is 6. Times 1 squared, 36 divided by 12 is 3. Secret garden key. Not something we need at the moment, but I mean, why not, I suppose. This would be nice to have like a passageway. Just see yeah, it does not work here. Auto observatory. How many stars are we on? 15 stars? Oh, that's what we did, right? We powered up a laundry room. We exchanged our stars for allowance or something, right? Didn't this happen? I suddenly had a memory because I was like, I swear we had way more things than way more stars than 15, but right, we need to build up our stars again. So it's a sale. Everything's half off. So this would be a really good time to find the bookstore if we can. Or even the, what's that extravagant room called? I don't want to use all my keys, but we do have another way. Again, it doesn't really matter how deep we go. It's more so about just like exploring. I'm surprised we haven't found any other terminal rooms yet. Well, we're here, we might as well use this, huh? Okay, we found one of them. Okay, so this is actually the rare time where we're gonna do a setup in the laboratory, and then we're gonna remotely connect to the security room. Ah yes, you did exchange, I remember. I remember Atticus Finch. Gain 1 star, set your dice to 2. Well, we don't need to explore more, so I think this is all about, let's do for the long run. Exchanging for more stars. We could have done coins, but again, I don't know if this run's going to go too far. I feel like a lot of our runs might be a lot faster now, because it's now sort of based on, are we going to get the room we need, or we not? Which I guess is good in a certain aspect. It's sort of very much changing how we're interfacing. We're no longer trying to get to the end, we're just trying to get as many rooms as possible. Accrue currency, stuff like that. But we have a key card. So security level high, because we want to bypass as many as possible. We'll keep it unlocked, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything else we want to do. We don't have any keys, so this is locked. We might be in a bit of trouble. Garage for keys? Kitchen? We don't need food. Terrace could be interesting. No, I think we should get keys from a garage. We'll grab this free stuff. Don't think there's anything else in here for us that we can unlock. We don't have garage keys now. Yeah, there's nothing here. The power's not on. Okay. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let us backtrack backwards. And we'll go to the upper side entirely. We will have to remember to take a break in that room. Start with a keycard tomorrow. So maybe the kettle and the shovel situation should encourage us. Maybe we should have got terrace, because then a lot of the rooms have, a lot of the green rooms have dig spots in them, right? So a dig spot is basically our key. Oh, we have a salt shaker as well, of course. We're near the workshop, right? What can we make at the moment? There's metal detector and something, but I don't remember what it is. I'm just trying to see if there's anything here that we want. Compass, battery, okay, we can't. Magnifying glass, metal detector, burning glass, okay, we do want that. Because we want to go to the tomb. In fact, we'll do that at the moment, why not? We have the shoes. So we want magnifying glass, metal detector, burning glass. Or light some candles. We could have done jackhammer if we got the battery, but whatever. Actually, we still can, can't we? Yeah, we still can do the jackhammer. It just means pick sound amplifier is gone. And we don't need a dowsing rod because we don't need to go more north. So let's go to the tomb. Let's light those candles. Let's keep an eye out for any other future candles we also need to have. We also probably have quite a few coins in there, right? I think we've drafted 3 dead ends already, right? Let me think. Oh no, maybe we haven't. I don't know. Anyway, not the point. Let's light all these candles. Pew. Pew. Upgrade disc. Nice. 2 die. 4 dice. That's a lot of dice. Can we light this candle? No, it doesn't look like it. Is that it? I'm surprised. I thought there would be like a big secret back here. I mean, I guess an upgrade disc is a nice secret. Are there more candles we can light? Doesn't look like it. Wait, didn't it say also somewhere it was only the ones with the jewels underneath? And now I'm thinking about it. The tomb was like displayed like this, but I don't know if there's something significant it wanted us to see. I wonder if us digging up that coin would have unlocked that door anyway. It's a secret tomb path is open, so I'm surprised the statue's reset. Whoa, where are we? What? Where are we? This wasn't the one I had in mind, but now we're here, I suppose. That's pretty good. Oh, it's our mother's tomb. What's that? Lady Absint's diary key. Oh, so this is a thing to use in her ladyship's chambers, right? We found a locked diary in there. Okay, that's interesting. But I assume, because we now know the way to draft her ladyship's diaries, we have to... I don't think we can in this run anymore. It has to be on the west wing facing, like we have to be going south into it, right? Which is why we see it so rarely, is because we basically never do that. Okay, so next time we draft a tomb, presuming this door stays open, I don't know why it wouldn't, the candles always stay lit, then we can go back here, get her key, and try and get her diary. What on earth does this say? Am I losing my mind? But this is a different language. Okay, we have too many I'm gonna say. Lady Ship's grave. I need to make like a subfolder in the tomb. Orvel Dadis okay, yes, you can't draft our Lady Ship's chamber in the current run. Oh, I finally rounded off what I was doing when the stream started and now can properly focus on watching you. Nice. I hope what you're doing wasn't like as important enough to that I'm distracting you. Oh, we got another one of these for more allowance. Okay, so this rotates things. Okay, reset. Nice. So the purple ones are basically gravity, which falls downwards. So allowance is now 30? 30. That's quite a nice amount to start off with. So this is how we get allowance, it seems. At least a wave out with. I actually did talk to a friend about this, and she told me that there used to be a thing where you could do in the laboratory, where you could basically grind out like an infinite pool of allowances and stars or something, but I think they've since patched it, so it no longer is possible. And I was like, darn, I missed it. So we apparently have to do allowance the old-fashioned way of just grinding it out. So every single one is useful. Every bit of allowance we can get. We have a lot of coins at the moment. I don't remember drafting that many too. 1, 2, 3. It was exactly, oh, 4. I forgot garage. It doesn't look like there's any more candles either. So I think we found all we need to find in the tomb. So it turns out tomb is a pretty good way of getting a lot of money in, huh? Yeah. And with that, I really, really hope we can find the bookshop. This is like the perfect time to find a bookshop, or even that really expensive place, which I can't remember the name of. Like any of the stores, really. Because it's so rare to have this much money, but I think this is also our first run where we've had this much allowance. That's a dead end. We have a lot of dice as well, actually, so that's something to take note of. So let's see. Obviously, we'll use a key. Oh. Do we even have a space to do boiler room plus? We've got to try. We've got to try, is my guess. We've got to get the pump in. This just has to... Yeah, we can do that. That's banana. This just has to not be boiler room, to be honest. Another locked door is annoying, though. Drafting studio, okay. I'm fine with that. This is more like a future setup room. Oh! I used a magnifying glass of a burning glass, right? So I can't open the final safe. And I also have realised that was the last of our gems. So that was actually a bad mistake. I don't think we can... Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. But that's okay. Let's get a new room. This is a future investment, essentially. Dormitory. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a schematic room or whatever they're called, gain 10. Seems like an annoyance. Casino seems like a lot of fun. And in my opinion, it's a bit pointless adding a classroom to the draft because the only way the classroom works is if you get all 8 classrooms, right? So I guess I'll add the casino. The Mount Holly Casino offers an intimate and exciting setting for wagers of any scale, and guests may be surprised to discover how much strategy is involved in the game featured here. A buy-in of 2 gems is required for admittance into this exclusive room. So this is probably how we actually earn a lot of money. To actually buy stuff from the extravagant store, whatever it's called. Where is it? Drafting studio? I'm just taking a print screen for my notes. Oh, no, I don't need to. Okay, just add it. That's okay. I may have ruined the rest of this run. I'm just looking at the Great Hall. So we can ignore when we're entering, we ignore left middle, and we're ignoring back right. I don't know if that'll be relevant, but it's also the same book. It's the same book. Okay. Okay. So we do actually have quite a few things on the go. I did kind of forget about that, to be honest. Conference room? Claim we don't need a power hammer at the moment, so I think there's no... And it would also kill our run, so let's not do that. I think conference room is more than fine. It's a branching path. Let's see, secret garden key here? No. I also think gymnasium's fine here. We're not really hurting for steps. A casino is probably how we earn a lot of money. It's not a normal thing you would say. That's very true. I think probably it'd be like a casino could be how we earn a lot of money, but it should not be encouraged as a way to actually earn money. Okay, so this is a problem because I used all my gems. I don't have gems to actually do anything except for grab this, which was a big mistake on my part. It was a misplay. Like, technically I shouldn't have got the drafting studio, if anything. But it's fine, that's fine. I don't know what we're looking for necessarily. I think corridor's fine. We might as well bypass this one as well. Boiler room will be good again. Ooh, wine cellar. Hold on, wine cellar. Get 3 gems. Now we have enough for boiler room plus pump. You get what I'm putting down? We have quite a few rerolls as well, so... We don't have enough gems to make study work, I think, so I actually think wine cellar's a play here. It feels like this should be a puzzle, but I'm always surprised it's not. Okay, that's fine. Corridor. And basically, we're looking in these last 4 rooms to get boiler room plus pump. Or library. Library's actually pretty good. I'm not going to say no to a library. We've got a treasure map. We have a shovel, so we can actually do it. Okay, that'll be difficult maybe to get to, but we can try. What's it? Drafting strategy 5. Okay. I wonder if I should have a separate folder for books. I think we should. No. Maybe not. Well, I don't know, because it would be good to get all the books in a different place. Yeah, actually, you know what? I am. I'll just make a subfolder in here for library, so we remember exactly where the books are from. So this is Drafting Strategy 5. Also a reminder, you have a room that's only draftable in the corners and can adjust the rarity of any room. Oh, yes. That's a good reminder. Thank you. It's a fantastic reminder to be able to actually keep track of everything. Okay. Drafting strategy contents. The death of drafting by the editor. The death of drafting. A fear every architect faces. Every architect has experienced it. You're drafting your house room by room and everything is going smoothly. Suddenly, you realize there's only a single path available for expansion, and it's imperative you draft a hallway or else your design will have no hope of further development. But on the critical draw, the drafting gods offer for you nothing but dead ends, rooms of no exit, and even fewer prospects. Dead ends are the death of dreams, the death of plans, the death of expansion. In short, they are the death of your house. But are they genuinely as daunting and menacing as they appear? Perhaps beneath their morbid exterior, dead ends hold some inherent value. In this volume of drafting strategy, we will delve deeper into the world of the grave than any architect has ever dared to draft, to discover once and for all if there is any life beyond the dead end. Ah, okay, so it's all about the dead ends. No exit strategies. The dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. It is an understandable instinct to want to avoid these rooms while drafting your house, as they limit your available paths of growth. However, seasoned architects quickly learn that you do not want to completely ignore them. Very common mistake beginners make is picking a room with the most doors while drafting and ignoring all other factors. But every house needs some dead ends. Don't be afraid of drafting a few dead ends. Each dead end room an architect drafts removes their floor plan from a draft pool. The more dead ends you draft, the less likely you are to draw them again when later decisions are more critical. The key is figuring out a way to draft dead ends without blocking off your house's potential for expansion. Dropping a dead-end room on the rank behind you is a great strategy to accomplish this, and help you pick up some extra resources before continuing to higher ranks. In general, you should try to fill up every open slot in your house before moving north. Okay, yes, that is a strategy which we have since learned. An ideal spot to draft a dead end. Grave mistakes. An introduction to a tomb. As foreboding as a black-bordered floor plan may seem, tomb stands out as one of the most straightforward strategies centered around dead ends. This floor plan can only be drafted from the grounds and is considered one of the outer rooms. As such, it can be drafted at the very start of a day, allowing architects to know immediately whether their strategy should be focused on dead ends or not. The tomb itself is a vast crypt filled with shady alcoves and creepy recesses. The entire space was designed by early Orindian architects to evoke a sense of mystery and intrigue, perfect for those who are appreciative and skeptical of dead-end architecture. The 8 Agerian angels of the early era that are scattered throughout the tomb chambers are mementos of times past, and you'll certainly be seeing a lot of them when employing a tomb-centered strategy, as you'll likely be making several visits here throughout the day. A successful tomb strategy depends on 3 crucial factors: finding shops, amassing enough steps to allow for return trips to the grounds, and drafting as many dead ends as possible. This strategy is perfect for those who love risk and great rewards. Grounds for termination. The tomb isn't the only dead end you'll find on the grounds. There are outer rooms which are draftable outside of a house. These floor plans are unique not only in where they can be drafted, but they also in the fact that they are floor plans that cannot lead to the expansion of further rooms, making them perfect candidates for dead ends. Okay, I guess. They're also able to be drafted at the very beginning of a day, which allows architects to plan out their strategy with greater precision and purpose. For example, on a schoolhouse day, architects will prioritize acquiring gems to pay for the extra classroom floor plans, whereas on a hovel day they will be focusing entirely on getting lots of extra steps. So we've seen all of these. Grounds of termination may have been a play on words for the title of his article, but it certainly wasn't a joke to the former groundskeeper Denny Ravane, who made his home while employed in the estate in this humble bedroom. Groundskeeper Toolshed is often a great choice to find useful items like shovel or sledgehammer. Even better items can be found in the trading posts, that is, if you have something valuable to offer. The shop is frequented by local farmers and hunters who supply the estate with goods in exchange for a few shiny trinkets. Most of the vegetables and fruits obtained from the locals are preserved in the subterranean cellar. When winter arrives, their stored goods are frequently traded back, providing them with a reliable source of sustenance during the colder months. Even further underground, provisions are also stored in the estate's bomb shelter. The purpose of this, of course, like a root cellar, is preservation. However, in this case, it's a preservation of people rather than food against fallout, radiation, and red rooms. I mean, these are all things we know at the moment. Shrine blessings. The last outer room is a floor plan with a function that isn't as straightforward as the others. How much gold do I need to give? How long does it last? The shrine is a space of reverence and a mystical cavern filled with a glow of candlelight, and those that show respect and pay tribute are blessed by the unseen forces that guide this world. Blessings are persistent benefits that last several days and are bestowed upon the reverent visitors who made an offering of gold. The type and duration of blessing can differ depending on the amount of gold given, but the more gold you offer, the longer the blessing will last. Blessing of Tinkerer. Whenever you draft a mechanical room, trigger your current experiment. We haven't seen... it doesn't tell us how many coins it takes for these. Blessing of a General. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. That seems quite niche. When drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do, draft a random floor plan from your draft pool, disregarding rarity. Okay, so everything becomes equal. So that's really good if you are trying to find a rare room. Blessing of a Monk. If you call it a day in a room on your estate, you will draw... We've done this on, right? We're drafting from grounds the following day. I'm pretty sure we've seen that one. Blessing of a Chef. For each different type of spread that you do today, add an extra dish to the dining room. Oh, okay. These are very niche, a lot of them. Blessing of a Dancer. While drafting, you may pay 1 gem to spin floor plans. Blessing of a Gardener. Add 8 courtyards to today's draft pool. Okay. Blessing of a High Roller. Each time you draft a shop, gain an ivory die. Gain 10 gold whenever you roll an ivory die. We've seen that one before. It's actually a very, very good one. Top 5 dead ends. Selected by the editorial staff and drafting strategy. I was definitely going to say Attic is the best one. Toolshed is good, but Attic is really good. Even at steep gem cost, this room cannot be passed up. It always pays for itself and more. Study is likely the most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. More than any other room, Coat Check allows architects to center their strategies on a specific item of their choice. The risk may scare us down, but to those who see their steps as an expendable resource, throw caution to the wind, Hobble is an unbeatable drafting force. Interesting. I just feel like steps is a very difficult thing for us to regenerate. I'm not sure if it's because of the stuff we've done, but like food steps seems difficult. Surprisingly, this is actually categorized as dead end room. Secret passage. Oh, allowing architects to utilize it both as a dead end and color specific strategies. Mail-in sweepstakes, dead end contest. On January 20th, 1989, Taro Marti shocked the world of the architecture by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat his record? Draft 20 or more dead ends in a single day and you can win 200 gold and the trophy of sweepstakes. But it looks like there's stuff down here about like footnotes, but I can't read it. Because we have gotten rid of our oh my gosh, I muted myself and I forgot to unmute. Thank you for telling me. I don't think I was saying anything particularly interesting. I don't know when you stopped hearing me. I was talking about the dead end contest and being like, oh, that seems interesting. Like we had to draft 20 dead end rooms and I was like, that sounds really difficult. And then the other thing I said, I don't know. I mean, I just read this out loud, to be honest. I can't believe it. That's highly embarrassing. But that's okay. You didn't miss anything. I was just thinking, like 20 dead ends is a lot of dead ends. Do we even know that many dead end rooms? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, some of these are really rare though. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and I guess 26 will be outer room. So it's basically we had to get 20 out of 26 dead ends in one run. That's crazy. What about your other message? I did say, I read it out, the Blessing of General could be worked with if you use a king, and I was like, that's true, that's true. That does make it more feasible. But I honestly can't be bothered to go back to change a chest one. I like the armory. I want to get that axe which removes gem costs. Yeah, I think, actually, we have a lot of dice here. I think this is a good time to re-roll for the bookshop, because we have a lot of money, right? That's what we should be trying to get. Showroom, that's really interesting. But the thing with a showroom, oh, we could freeze our accounts. We have a lot of coins and gems. Actually, let's do it because we've never drafted this room before. We got 27. Oh, things are actually iced up and we can melt them. Okay. And get some gems. Okay. Oh, it doesn't count when I pick them up. I see. What's this? Another upgrade disc. We have 2 upgrade discs now. Right? Yeah, we have 2 upgrade discs. Okay. Wait, so the freezer works by I have to end my run in this room for it to keep my stuff. If I leave, it doesn't. That's really weird. Why are there gems and keys in this room if I can't pick up the gems? What? The network servers are finding out cold storage, or at least as many as we can fit in the surrounding walls of a grotto off of East Drive. The last few days have been very busy. I'm glad I was able to take a short break from guarding to help Randolph install the network. It was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested a final location. We decided that we're going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. Denny Reeve. Admin key. Reveal. Bracket. Or is that Revad? Revad? Okay. Is that for the security console? That's interesting. So I guess this is a pretty good time to draft this room, all things considered. Not for staff use. Master Sinclair's personal freezer. What's that? A letter. For only in the event of my death, or you are dead. So... Simon, I'd wish for you to read this... Oh. What? Letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of a page falling into unsympathetic hands. I should have drafted this room ages ago. I didn't realise it hadn't actually stuff in it. My personal freezer should provide quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years, respecting my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favourite snacks are also stored here. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also for the last 20 years stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. This nondescript cooler is in fact a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. Have you heard of the Children of the Black Water? I've no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that in the end. I've always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of her disappearance and not death. For I too cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. Yeah, didn't she, like, run to the east or something? That's what I remember. Fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing a burden of these fragments onto you, even if that information may weigh heavier on your head than the Crown involved. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs, a lesson that I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. This was the stuff about in the garage, right? People are trying to, like, sneak contraband, I think. I placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room in the house. We know that. This message is a key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbours multiple double meanings and hidden entendres. That's probably the 8 gates one. One final word of guidance: the safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate, so I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice notes, numbers and dates. Only by deciphering the many meanings of a 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters. Herbert S. Sinclair. Oh, we know this message. Right, so this is something we should have done ages ago. You were asked for the admin key in the grotto. Ah, was that the terminal I was asked it on? I was just going to do it in any terminal. But I think you're 100% right. I think it was actually in the grotto. Prism key. We've seen this once before. Yes, I believe you're correct. I believe it's in the grotto, which we need to actually input the admin key. We have a lot of steps. I think we want to end up in this room to freeze our accounts, I think. I don't think there's anything else to do here. It's interesting there's a thermometer here. It makes me feel like I can actually raise the ambient temperature of this room. Maybe we can power it up? No, there's no power box in here, though. Maybe if we... Oh, no, I was going to say, what if we made, like, the furnace lead into it, but the furnace is a dead end, so I don't think that works. But let's go to the grotto. For 2 reasons. One, for a terminal. Oh, wait, no, our frozen accounts are frozen for the rest of time. of this run. I see. So that actually means we can walk through the chapel with full confidence. Yeah, we don't lose anything. Interesting. Did you ignore my other message? Oh, I didn't see it. No, it remains frozen unless you enter the furnace. You can call it a day anywhere. I see. Not intentionally ignoring, you know, sometimes I just don't see the message. With so many things, like, is there anything we can craft? I don't think so. Not from this stuff. Not without a battery. Okay, let's go to the grotto. Okay. So, we have 2 things to upgrade. I wonder what rooms will be upgraded. That's kind of a more interesting part, I think. And we know the password now is, what was it, like Revady or Revendy? Something like that. But let's upgrade our some rooms first. See what wants to be upgraded. Parlour. I wonder if one is going to be an ice cream parlour. Parlour. 3 gem prize, 2 wind-up keys, funeral parlour. The gem prize is equivalent to the number of red rooms in your house. If you open an empty box in the funeral parlour, lose 30 steps and it becomes a red room. Whoa. The thing is, we often draft a parlour really early before we've even drafted any red rooms. I really want to pick it because it looks like the most transformative because it's cool, but I think it's a bit pointless. I think probably 2 wind-up keys is better, right? I know we haven't made a mistake yet, but if it's meant to get very difficult, 2 wind-up keys is a nice insurance, because 3 gems, 1 more gem is like, what, nothing? This feels too risky anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm surprised it doesn't have like a nickname. Like the Parlour or something. Okay, second upgrade disc. Bunk room, okay. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. If you have exactly 2 hallways when drafting this room, double your keys. This bedroom counts as 2 bedrooms. When drafting this room, double your... Why does it... Oh, it's double is doubled, I see. It only triggers on open. That's true, actually. Still, I do like it as Rapardo as a consistent gem source. If you have exactly 2 shops, double your coins. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm trying to think. I'm immediately ruling out the hallway one, mainly because I think hallways are such a favorite to draft where it's going to be difficult to get exactly 2. So, because I think it's too easy to get locked in on the idea of what the reward is, but not think about necessarily what is actually practical for you to get. Because 2 hallways, it's going to be very difficult because I almost always want to draft hallways. 2 green rooms feels quite plausible to do. It's not very often we draft more than 2 green rooms in a run, I think. Unless we have veranda or terrace or whatever it's called. 2 shops is interesting as well. But the thing is, I think doubling coins is less valuable than doubling gems. Because going from like 6 gems to 12 gems is huge. Going from, I guess, 40 coins to like 80 coins is a lot. But in fact, I feel like it's easier because we can increase our allowance to get coins than it is to get starting gems. So I'm going to go with this one. Because I think 2 green rooms is like the perfect amount of rooms that we want to try and get. So was it Revady or Revandi? Okay, let me look at the thing again. Oh, do I need to put capitals in? I do need to put capitals in, I see. The admin key has been deactivated. Oh. This admin key has been deactivated. Is there anything we can do about that? What if we put it in reverse? No, okay. Right. I mean, Denny Revadi. Uh, short break. Let's see. Oh, Randolph install the network. Do we know who Randolph is? Because, I mean, Remedy is made from this person's first four letters of their surname plus the initial of their first name. So I'm wondering if that one's been deactivated. This applies to me. There's multiple admin keys, which might follow the same formula. And Randolph is mentioned, but I don't know if we know Randolph's surname. Is he the guy who gives us stuff from the mailroom? Maybe we do know his surname. I don't know if he's ever written down his surname, though. Yeah, please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravine to sender. He's no longer employed. So we need to be like, who's his replacement? That's probably what the admin key is, right? Do you think it's us? Jones? Oh, that would be very, very interesting. We need a person who is the follower from Devon, but we need their surname. Unfortunately, I don't think I took a picture of a letter for Randolph's surname. I've only got his first name. Maybe in the email correspondence in the office? Maybe that's got something? Oh, in fact, I can't think off the top of my head where I would have seen his name. This is basically who do I think replaced Devon? Anne Babbage? We can try hers. Baba? Anne Babbage? Yeah, wait, because it said somewhere that, like, Anne Babbage took over for everything, right? I didn't realize she took over Devon's stuff, but... Okay, here we go. Hold on. We're cooking. So this is the grotto. Yeah, I even think I mentioned before, like, why is Anne Babbage in, like, every single correspondence? Baba. It also does leave a possibility. Maybe the other users have different admin controls, have different controls and things that we can access. I would pick the same bunk room upgrade. It makes sense to double gems, especially with a study. Yeah, okay. That's good. I mean, I definitely don't see anything wrong with the others. I just think this is going to be the one which I'm going to more likely proc. So yeah, user database. Oh, let's go. Plus 3 additional delisted admin keys. Whoa. Lead assistant, more R. I don't even know who more R is, I don't think. Most drafted room, laboratory. Lead lab technician for Sinker setup. Oh, this must be, it must be Randolph Moore. This must be him, because he was a lab technician, right? Tom K. Kate Thomas versus the other assistant or something. Recent transfer to Sinker, former executive assistant, H.S. Sinclair, trusted with full admin privileges. Baba A, house manager, most drafted room, office, author of all personal notes. Wait, your most drafted room was what, laboratory? Makes sense, you're both laboratory technicians. I don't know who this is. Temporary administrator, servants' quarters. Baron's valet for 20 years, substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. And Revedy, groundskeeper former. Terminated for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. And 3 additional keys. Okay, well, let's try some of these other keys then. See what access they have. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sinclair is one of them. Right? I'm surprised it didn't work. But anyway. So let's try more R. See what you have access to. Probably the laboratory stuff. More R. Network settings. Okay. Terminal timeout settings. Timeout settings show how long computer terminal stays connected to a network without disconnecting from the server. Immediate requires a new connection each time the user attempts to log in. Oh, I see. I don't see why we wouldn't do 1 month then. Is there any deficit to having it be logged in? I don't think so. Electronic mail settings. Oh. Check connection offsite. Inbound and electronic mail connected outside local network have been temporarily disabled. Okay, so now we can get email in all the different locations. So it means we need to check these terminals again. Okay. User database. Okay, you can't see the +3 additional. Admin logs. The last cables have finally been laid, and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms and the estate, we chose to install the server outside the house to maintain connection stability at all times. Small cavern off the eastern drive was selected for the server site. Next. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe, and we will begin testing remote access capabilities between them. We've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project given the legend from which the term derives, but very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house a mainframe. I only hope that our servers do not suffer that same fate that befell those in the story. I don't know if we know that story, but maybe we do. Regular maintenance report. Fixed the connection error that was occurring between the office and the security terminal. Also added email capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has also been removed. Deleted logs. As requested yesterday, new admin key created, but the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. Okay. Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and now can only be accessed via Office Terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. Oh, so this okay, so it accesses the same email no matter which terminal? Not different email terminal. I guess that would probably make sense. Blackbridge story is something you can read in the library. Okay, fair enough. Temporary access to the mainframe and Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Temporary access to mainframe has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Update access privileges for following account types. Okay. Deleted database entries. Archive. Wait, who has archive access? Oh, no one we know has archive access. But, hold on. Do the current usernames we have so far, they do fit the... Okay, but the current usernames we do have so far do fit the mold. So he's talking about a different one which doesn't fit the mold, which is interesting. RTA is down, or we work on a solution to reported terminal connection failures. Not logs. RTA is working again, terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through RTA when Blackbridge is open. RTA. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network. Root H, admin key deactivated. Root H. That is one we know, right? That is one we know. One new admin key has been added to network. Tom K, welcome to the team. That is the other laboratory technician. Added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control. Updated user database. Change of a guard in preparation for Simon's arrival. Inbound and outbound messages as well as offsite connections from outside estate have been disabled per instructions left by Baron himself. Okay, interesting. Data files. Import trophy data from other save files into the current file. Convenient way to collect trophies on one file that might be impossible to get in a single profile. Ah, okay, right. This makes a lot of sense, right? Because one of the trophies was like you had to beat the game in an hour or something. So that means I would do it on a different save file and import it into this save file. I see. Duplicate save, clean save, create backup, restore from backup. Okay. So we have save data backup. Okay. Can we manually log out again? I think so. Okay, well, let's see what Tom K, if they have anything different. Network settings, that seems all the same. User database, that's all the same. Admin logs. Okay, it's the same admin logs. So I'm going to say admin logs, more R, Tom K. Yeah, okay, these are also deleted logs. And data files, okay. Nothing different. So Tom K and Rand M is the same. Presumably we can't access rote H. Right, okay. Simon Sinclair. Oh, I thought it was... Wait, no, it should be Sins? Because it's a surname, right? Sinch. Since. Sinclair S. Is that our surname? I don't know. No. What's our character's surname? Sinclair H. Or maybe it's Sync HS? Sync SH? Sin HS. Okay. Maybe I should stop trying to guess. I'm just like, I'm kind of surprised Albert H. Sinclair doesn't have one. Okay, is there anything else we want to do inside? So we can't use a prison. Well, we have no more doors. Right, yeah, that's all our doors. So can't do prison key, can't do treasure map because we can't reach it, can't craft anything, can't do secret garden key. Nothing to burn, I believe. Our stuff is frozen, so I think we just go back to the break room and call it a day in there, right? Just start with a key card, I think so. I don't think there's anything else to do outside. So I think, well, we'll start a new run then. It's okay. I think we got a lot of stuff done. We've got even more mysteries that we've uncovered. So 2 upgrade discs is also pretty good. We have possibility for a lot of money in the next run. So if we want to, then I think maybe we should try doing a shopping run. I know we just missed out the sale, unfortunately, but not very secure terminal someone with personal access can see and just type out a key set with high privileges. It's honestly very true. There's not even any passwords. It's literally just a username. Like you would have thought at least you'd have username plus password. I guess the usernames are the passwords, but still, it doesn't feel particularly right to do that. And there's also using personal information within it as well. Oh, we know this is false. I wonder if the 3 other admin keys are... Anyway, I think we'll call it a day here. I'm just trying to think last minute, is there anything else we want to do? Anything else we can do? I don't think so. Okay, let's call it a day. So we'll start the next day with a key card And I think I'll probably run a quick 1-minute break just to have a small break in the middle here before we go on to the next run. So everyone, you know, get up, walk around, take a minute break, drink some water, draft kitchen, as they say, as I'll see you all in a minute or so. All right, we're back, everyone. How are we feeling? We ready for another run? Yeah, yeah. The crowd goes wild with anticipation. Might have to be quite a faster run compared to this one, but we'll see. I want to make this a shopping run, if possible, because we're going to have a lot of coins. We're going to be starting with 70 gold or so. So that's going to be our major priority. We could also alternatively try and draft a shrine and then just get a really long buff. That seems a bit pointless, especially because we don't know what buff we're going to get, but we'll see. So 41 coins, 6 gems, 71 coins. Beautiful amount of money. Yeah, thanks, Fox. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the alternative, we could try and do a classroom run. Because 6 gems is a good way to start for a classroom run. Let's try it. Classroom run it is. Because 6 gems, basically, because we need, was it 8 gems, right, to actually get all the classroom stuff. So it basically means we just draft a part and that should be enough. It's going to be quite difficult, I think, to get a good sort of pattern going. But also, if we get Mount Holly gift shop, not going to complain. Library, not going to complain. Because this gives us a chance of bookshop. So I guess Realm no, hold on. Which other books which we've done? Let's see. So drafting strategy, 5-4 we've done. 3 we've done as well. Pump system book we have done. History of Arindia we've done. Fixed stars we've done. Swimbird we've done. Sightseer's Guide we've done. So the only one we haven't done is Realm and Rune. Ah, this must be the one we found of a mine, but this must be like the complete version, right? So this is why we really, really want a bookstore. Please, bookstore. Oh, showroom's also really interesting. Because we have a lot of money. Let's try it. I'm not sure if we've ever bought anything from the showroom before. Well, the only one we can afford is Emerald Bracelet. You don't have to pay the gem cost for floor plans. Open all normal doors. Chronograph. While drafting, you may rewind time after drafting new floor plans. You're more likely to draft tomorrow rooms while drafting. Ornate compass. You may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. Whoa, okay. This is interesting. Whoa, okay. I don't know which one to go with. Well, we can always Emerald Bracelet or no. We rewind time after drafting new floor plans. Ah, so this is if I re-roll, I can undo the re-roll. Is how I'm understanding this. But it doesn't actually give us a way to re-roll. Okay, so the only times we'd be re-rolling will be when connected to a classroom. Which seems a bit pointless. I think Emerald Bracelet is the one to go. Ornate Compass also feels like it could be good. Especially because Classroom's a bit finicky. I don't want them to lead into dead ends. But this basically means we don't have to think about gems at all. So I'm going to get this. That's a cool item. The first time we bought anything in the showroom as well. Now we can get the really expensive stuff. Probably corridor's fine. Just heads up, you don't get dice back after rewinding. Okay, that makes sense. It's sort of just like a get out of jail free button. Well, yeah. Dead end classroom? I think that's fine. This is grade 1. We don't even... Well, let's see. We go in, we eat the apple. And then we go out and we're net neutral. Okay. Yeah, so really we should be trying to get like keys and stuff, right? We might as well get classroom, as long as the classroom works, because it doesn't cost us anything. We might as well sort of draft it like that, right? We don't need wind up keys. I think observatory's fine. Let's see what the observatory buff is for 18. The slice and this. Oh, it's the sale again. Oh, these are both very good, I think. I can't remember what the slice is. Ah, if only we found this before. This is what? +3. Okay. Well, it does mean if we get access to more coins, everything is much, much cheaper. The Master Keep sounds pretty good. Commissary? No. West Wing Hall. We don't have the attic, so we don't need Ladyship's chambers, but this would be fine for a classroom or something. I actually think we do guest bedroom here. Just to get some steps. What's that? Oh, garage keys. Interesting. Okay. This would be a good classroom. So in grade 3. I just need to double check. What classroom did we get to last time? It was grade 6 we got to. So we actually got really close last time to getting to grade 8, but just not quite there. So this can be anything, doesn't matter. Drawing room? Or we can redraw. Let's redraw for something which is a better corridor, I think. I don't think we want the power hammer. Office is not bad. Let's do office actually, because this gives us terminal access. Which doesn't matter here, to be honest. I don't need money this time. Because again, we could try and get money. Running payroll, I guess. But I'm mainly doing this to try and get the lab experiment. Annoyingly, this is one where the emails already we had access to, so we don't know if how the emails might work otherwise. Okay, lab. I wonder what would be a good one. Draft a hallway. When you draw a drafting room floor plan, set your dice to 2. Permanently add 1 gold. Okay, that sounds pretty good. There's a future investment one. But the dice one also sounded good, but I was also like, maybe we don't need that. Maybe it'll be okay. Another classroom? Yeah, why not? I wonder if there's seals around here as well. I think I have taken pictures of everything in here. But this is the one which tells us like which location is which seal, I believe. Let's redraw. Drawing room? No, I think we should try and get a right-facing classroom. Might be pretty good. Nook might be good as well. I don't think we have any keys, right? Okay. You got me there. Because if we run into locked doors, we're actually in trouble. Like this. Okay. Veranda. Gave us a shovel, which hopefully can give us some keys. Oh, I wonder if we should try and find the cloakroom so we can put this item we've got in there as well. Den is a bit pointless, so security is actually just strictly better. Because this means we can also, one lucky rabbit's foot. We missed a rabbit's foot somewhere? Where? We want the security level. We have a key card, right? So we want it to be high. And we might as well do default unlocked. I also want to log in and see if the emails are anything different. Ah, they are different emails. Stop recording. Okay. This is something different. Security room. Email. Kirk, per last meeting, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. Randolph Moore. Okay. Re-security measures. Wait, hold on. Am I doing this backwards? I'm doing it backwards. We should do this one first. Mr. Darren, if you have any more of those red-blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he's working on in the clock tower. For my part, I can't really understand for the life of me why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff and every other person who stumbles upon one of your coloured memos. I'm not confident confusion is the best security, but it's not my department, so I'll leave it up to you and the Baron. Kirk Darren. We haven't seen this name, right? Kirk Darren. I wonder if that's one of the people. Mrs. Babbage, I would like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. As years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly relegated to guest use, and given that an antechamber lever is not only unsuited but also poses a security risk, I advise we either remove it or conceal it and install a secure secondary lever to control the south entrance. We know about this already, I think. I actually can't remember if we've gotten the lever or not. I think we have. Hi Darren, sorry for the lagging reply, I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing this issue to our attention. This was not something I considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion and I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he's expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be the perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans he still wishes to do. Okay, so interesting. Classroom. Classroom. Or hallway. Hallway's actually probably better, and then we'll do classrooms from here. Okay. Pool. Or armory. I don't think we have enough to get the axe though. So we'll do this one. Security door, fantastic. That's locked, unfortunate. Pump room. Wait, no, we need. Oh no, we need it next to the boiler room. Next to the boiler room. I got really excited there for a second. You could have seen Kirk Darren on one of the notes, but I don't remember if you've seen it. That's fair. Okay, we'll do a classroom. What grade is this? Grade 6, 5? Grade 5. There's a lot of names which I tossed around. I think the only one I consistently remember is Anne Babbage, because she's everywhere. Okay, locked. Okay. This is a thing I didn't really consider, is the fact that we'll need a lot of keys for what we're doing. And we've not gotten a lot of keys. Can we go forward? I don't even know. Storeroom. Or courtyard. Well, courtyard is always left unlocked, so we know that this is fine. Oh, metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys. I approve wholeheartedly. We don't have a sledgehammer for that, so no point. Okay. So we know this is unlocked. Commissary? We'll do commissary because they might sell keys. That might be important, and we'll just see what this room is. Locksmith. Okay, let's do a locksmith. Banana gem key. Set of gems. Okay. We get a key here. We can open this up. Classroom. Attic. Oh, classroom or attic. Okay, so this will be number 6. We have a lot of open spaces though, so I actually think we go with attic. To try and get keys and stuff. Coin purse, okay. Broken lever. We've got another chest here. Compass. We need a workshop. Key. Coupon book, secret garden key. We don't really need. Was that 8 things? Oh, treasure map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one. Okay. I think that was 8 items. What can we even make? I don't know. So many things. Where's a secret rabbit foot which we've missed? I have no idea what that could be. But we're backtracking now, so we should definitely scour for it. I think this is probably net beneficial, right? Well, we got a locksmith, so actually that's not too bad. We might as well buy this one. No, you know what we should do? We should buy a lockpick set. Well, we should see what the keysmith has first. Special key, lockpick kit. Lockpick kit, I think it's good. Special key, let's see what it is. What is this noise? Prism key, whoa. I do want 3 keys. I bought 10 keys. I didn't I didn't realize you could buy that multiple times. Whoops. Well, that's pretty good. We might as well open this now then. Silver key. We've almost got one of every type of key. We just need like a sanctum key. Like, look how full our inventory is. I don't think I've ever seen it this full. Okay. But this is good because this gives us a lot of room to get classrooms effectively. Okay, so let's try and lockpick. We don't need a silver key here. We don't need a prism key, so we'll just use a normal key. Ballroom. Chamber of Mirrors is interesting. Do I even want Chamber of Mirrors here? I don't think so. I think we'll just take the storeroom and be done with it. You found more coins in the trunk than the new replacement key costs. That's true. Okay, Anne Babbage and Herbert S. Sinclair. Yes. Oh, wait, for some reason I thought his name was Simon Herbert Sinclair, but no, Simon's us. I'm getting confused. Classroom. Yes. So this is grade 6. This is the last one that we've seen. We've done this already, so we don't need to do this anymore. So the next one, well, I think we're going to get all 8 classrooms, to be honest. Because now we can basically just reroll a ton. Oh, vaults. Ah, locker room. Oh. Locker room. We don't need keys anymore. So let's reroll. Try and get another classroom, probably. Mechanarium's interesting. We don't have any other things, though. Passageway? Laundry room. Workshop. Let's do workshop. We've got so many things. What could we possibly make? Pick sound amplifier? Do we want that? Maybe. Whoa, emerald no, hold on. Emerald bracelet doesn't make anything. That's dowsing rod. We don't need dowsing rod. What's this one? Detector shuffle. We don't need that. I don't think we need burning glass either. I think we take the pick sound amplifier. And we really, really should find where on earth that Lucky Rabbit's foot is. That we're missing. This basically means keys are no longer a problem. I mean, they weren't really a problem before, but still. Yeah, Eastwing Hall, okay. We're sort of looping back round now to... Oh, is it here? I actually completely forgot about this. Well. Time to dig. What could you possibly get us right now? Coffers of Mount Holly. 25 coins, okay. That's pretty nice. Maybe we can go back to the showroom. Well, we can go back to the showroom and buy something now, can't we? Classroom. So this is classroom 7. Oh, it's algebra. Interesting. Okay. Let's eat that. Well, okay, first things first. Hold on, there's a lot going on here. Let's take pictures of a classroom. Grade 7. Well, some of those are just like solvable. 4 plus 2 squared minus 6 squared is plus a 0. I'm just trying to... Yes. Okay, let's take pictures of the sheets and then we'll go in and solve whatever's happening. Algebra functional advanced worksheet. Remember, don't square till you're there. Okay, so it's a maths worksheet, which is interesting. Branson got a C. Thing is, we don't know, they've not been, no, they have been marked 8 and 12. So this is the darts puzzle, essentially. 9 out of 12. I don't know what those wavy lines are in the bottom right. That must be something we haven't discovered yet. Okay. I'm just getting this worksheet up so then we can fill in ourselves what the answers are. Okay, let's bring up Clip Studio Paint. Where is it? Here it is. And by bring it up, I mean get rid of blueprints. We're going to do some maths, everyone. So, okay. I don't remember what pen colour we usually use. Not this jade green. It's probably like, I probably did like this or something. So, 3 squared is 9. 3 squared minus 5. We think this is 4. This should be 7 minus 5 squared, which is 4. 3 minus 2 squared, which is 1. 2 squared is 4 minus 1, which is 3 squared, which is 9. Because the algebra works slightly different in this world. This is 5. Oh, wait, hold on. Those are pink. Those are not yellow. So this is 3 times 2 squared, which is 36. This is 2 squared, 4, times 1, 4 squared, 16. This is, wait. Yellow is subtraction, right? And pink is multiplication? I think so. Okay, sorry. Carrying on. I'm just seeing if, has anyone, yeah, other people have got 36, okay. So 5, so that's 5. Times 2 is 10 squared, 100. 105 minus 95 is 10. 105 minus 95, yes, squared is 100, okay. 16. Ooh, is this square rooted? Looks like it's square rooted. So 4. You cannot square root 12 though, so that's interesting. Okay, let's try and figure out who's got what right. So we do think 9, 4. I think that's wrong. Excuse me? Hello? Clip Studio Paint? It's frozen. Is Excel saving? It is a really big file, by the way. It's got like 400 layers, I think, at this point. Okay, so we think... Hello? This is wrong. We think this is wrong. We think this is wrong. This is obviously wrong. So that means they got everything else right? Maybe. 9, 4, 4, 36, 16. 16, we think that's wrong. 9, excuse me? Oh. 9, 4. That's wrong. That's right. That's right. That's right. You got 8. Okay, so theoretically, this is correct. No, there's 6 here. Okay. So one of these is wrong. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it means 4 of these are correct. 5 of these are correct. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 of these are correct. Okay. This one definitely looks wrong, which I'm guessing these two are correct. I'm guessing these two are correct as well, because this aligns and then this two are wrong, which leaves this to be correct. Which would leave correct, wrong, which is 5. Which would be wrong, correct, which is 4. Okay. So it does look like we can just copy the answer, 61. So it looks like this is basically a switch. I should also put deer up here. So this should be 21 minus 2, which is 19. I see. 30 minus 5, 25, 52. Now this looks like it's rounding. So it looks like this one's rounding up, this one's rounding down. Well, not quite actually. This is rounding up, definitely, because that's 22. Ah, but is this how many decimal places it's rounding to? I see. So this is rounding to the nearest unit. This is rounding to the nearest 10, which makes it 20. This isn't rounding to the nearest 100, which is 100 minus 59.6, which is what? 31.4? No, 30.4? No, 40.4. Which is rounded to the nearest, so that's 40. Okay, I see. So we learnt some new things. So we know blue equals add, yellow equals subtract, purple or pink maybe equals multiply, and we know purple, which is not represented here, is divide. We know this equals exponent 2. We know this equals reverse digits or swap digits. We haven't seen it on a 3-digit number yet. We know this nearest 1, this nearest 10, and this nearest 100. Okay, interesting. 12 out of 12, A+. Thank you, thank you. We always aim well to do. Always try and do well on our homework. So that's grade 7. I wonder what grade 8 is. What subject have we not done yet? I don't know. I'm also just trying to think where our Lucky Rabbit's foot is, because we had it at this point, so it theoretically should be around in here or in this room, right? Or the library, possibly? I guess it could have been in the first classroom, but that feels weird. I don't know where else it would have been. It was because it was by here. Oh, so maybe it was in the office or something. Okay. Do we want to purchase anything else? Oh, it's not actually half price. Chronograph could be an interesting combination after redrafting. Is there anything else we want to buy? Locksmith, no. Commissary, no. Okay, then let's buy the chronograph. May rewind time after drawing new floor plans. Our inventory got smaller, that's how big it is right now. Money used to be an issue, now no longer so. I'm just more confused where this Lucky Rabbit's foot is, though. Okay, no worries. Let us... Do we have a shovel? We do have a shovel. Get a bit of interest. We want to go this way to do whatever, really. These are not great. I guess we'll do pantry just for coins. Do you want to buy anything? I want to buy the rest of the trophy room. It's not, sorry, the showroom stuff, just to, you know, experience it for once. I want you to pay attention to the wording of a current side room. Add 8 classrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is side room outer room? To a current side room. Presumably when you said that, I was in the foundation? I don't even know where I was. Add 8 classrooms, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we have one more, right? Is there something I'm missing here? Do we not actually have adds 8 classrooms? Does classroom... Well, we don't have classroom by default. If that's meant to be like we have 9 secretly. 8 classrooms. I don't know if I'm missing something here. 8 classrooms. Yeah, we just want grade 8. Like, no? I'm sorry, I'm not understanding if you're trying to give me a hint towards something. Casino or classroom. Ooh. I feel like we got to do the classroom. The casino's cool and all, but we'll get a casino another time. Let's do classroom. What's the final thing? Oh, it's the language. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? Cool. Learn Eurasian. Ulgo, Ajlo, Nevdao. Okay, cool. I didn't even think about that. Linguistics makes a lot of sense. Grade 8. Foreign language class. So this is a letter that our mother wrote to us, right? Eurasian affix pairings. Aj, ma, ov, nev, el, ja, am, vo, ven, le. Prefix, suffix. When paired with a verb can mean I will or I won't. It's similar to ul, lul. Oh man. The hint was successful. You said the thing I wanted. Okay. Fair enough. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. Eurasian vocabulary. Law. Hue, tray, yates, loon. Da, nai, array. Okay. Earlier Eurasian did not use any verbs, so today the rare usage of verbs are comprised almost entirely of loan words and are mainly used to describe physical actions. Okay. Eurasian worksheet. Translate the following phrases. Hello, can you teach me a new word? Oh man. This is going to be difficult. I'll give it my best shot though. Oh. Okay, 4 out of 6, which is still, honestly, Phoebe, you're pretty good. 4 out of 6. You should remember the Eurasian terms of these. Maurice Jacobs. Acceptable. Okay. Well, let's try and do some languages. I see they've been a lot nicer. There's fewer people here who have gotten like 2 out of something or whatever. This does actually... Okay, so I assume actually what you were trying to hint me towards, Fox, is that it adds 8 classrooms, because I did note that the drafting studio had a classroom as an option to add to the thing in the first place, which I thought, that's weird. Why would we want 8 classrooms? But now I'm thinking there must be a secret like grade 9 or something. right? I'm not sure necessarily what would be in it at this point, but if that's the case, then we have to do this again at some point, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but whatever. At least we now know all the information. We've done it once, we can do it again. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's try and figure out what people got correct and wrong. Can you teach me a new word? Ajlor Nevlor. First, what does law mean? Word. Ul. Teach. Nevlor. New start of word. Okay. First word. Okay, well, let's start with the second one, because the second one everyone got the same. I must assume. Okay, wait, 2 people got something wrong. So you definitely got this one wrong. It looks like it's manevtre. Acceptable. Which one do we think you got wrong? It's either you got this one wrong. Let's see, let's assume that you got this, you got the first one wrong. I'll put like half mark because it's, or I guess I'll do it like this. This is what I used to do when I was marking back in school, where it's like, oh, it's sort of right. So we see this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, this is correct, this is wrong, this is wrong. We can assume this is correct, this is correct, this is wrong, this is wrong. Presumably this is correct and this is correct. Okay. So Aj law, which means first word. Okay, you know what? I'm actually, oh, I didn't do all of this on a new sheet. That is my bad. Delete this. This is why we have layers. Okay. I basically just wanted it to be larger. The worksheet we're working on. Biakuas, I want to make notes. So if this is Aj law, which means first word, ul, teach, which means will or won't, when paired with a verb. So this is what, this one, when paired with a verb can mean I will or I won't. I will verb or I won't verb. So ul means you can or you can't, probably. So this probably means can teach. But nevlor is new word. The large house is towards the east. Huum. House. Large. Ovet. Toward. Okay. Toward, and then that means east, presumably. It's not one we have written down, but still. I will swim at dawn would probably be, hold on, I'll swim. I'm going to try and do this without looking at the thing. This is my prediction. I'll swim. Nevdao, maybe? I'll swim Nevdao. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of getting the language. I will swim at start of day. Nevdao. I won't read at night. So this will be read. What was the opposite? Le. Read le. Whatever night is. Nai. I can do this language. Read. I won't. At night. So the prefix suffix things is interesting. They're basically inversions of each other at the start or beginning. What does Arajan mean by itself then? I wonder. The branches of a tree are old. I don't know what branches. Tre venven. So the end of the trees are old, I see, okay. Ventraven is acceptable. Tre ven is tree, end of old. Trunk of a tree is small. So it'll be the start of a tree, probably. Ma tre. Manev tre. Yeah, okay. Ma nev tre. Small. Start of tree. Interesting. What an interesting language this is. L and le are the same but backwards. Yeah, they're all like I will or won't. El, le, ul, lu is can, cannot, presumably. Can, cannot. Nev, then, of, vo, ma, am, ajja. So can we translate the letter now that was provided in the freezer? Was it this one? No? Was it not in the freezer? Where was it? Oh no, it was in the tomb, wasn't it? It seems like every puzzle game I play, I'm inevitably translating a language. So, translation. On the actual blueprints game, I'm just going to get up this for prefixes. So, of. Let's make this bigger, probably. So this is towards Eldagiris. Dagiris, I don't know what this means. Okay. So that's me. Dagiris, we don't know what that means. I will be able Eldar. What? Okay, so this is day, so this is Eld, actually. What does Eld mean? Ul Eld Nai. I will not be able to at night, I think. I can't night. I can. This looks like a typo, to be honest. I can, unless D gets doubled or something. Eld out. I can day. Ul. Oh, eld must be something else. I just realised it's probably a different prefix, which I don't know the meaning of. It's not el, it's eld. So it's probably adjuris. So it's day, night. Mora is something we don't know. This is I. Of. Toward. Ul. El gift. I will be able to gift. Toward. Toward can. I gift. Eld hue. House. Ovis. Toward. Don't know what is means. Nev. New. Or start. Or day. Ul. Darail. So you declare who is doing an action in every word, which is kind of wild for a language, I think. New day. New day, or start, I guess. Eld arelu. Relu, I don't think we know. What that mean? Oh, array. Lu. So future. Lu means can't. Eld, we still don't know. Aj. So first. El bid. First? What? I bid. I will bid. Ul heed. How do you say second in this language? I was just thinking about it. Can heed. Eld law. Word. Ul odd dearest. Which we don't even know how to break down. No, ulo. Ul odd dearest, probably. Because we saw dearest. No, we see adjuris over here. Okay. Hugh. House. Sinclair. Lou. Sinclair. Can't. Hugh. House. Epson Lou. So Lou is can't. Epson's a name, isn't it? Lord Epson. House Sinclair can't. House Epson can't. Forget. Ud dine. I mean, this is just forget, probably. Ul. I sound crazy saying this. Can. Dane. In. Okay. But it might be uld. I mean, it might be in. No, I don't know. Uld Georgiari. I sound so crazy just saying this. Ud are. So this is future. Okay, so uld is definitely a starting then. Ud Georgiari. Of. Toward. Is. Fenro. Fenvo. Away. Uld ein Jorovo. Away. Of. Toward Iraja. Which is a location. We know that one. Toward is Nevare. New future. Loja Eldiris Eljura. Loja, word last. Eldiris. Okay. To Eldergyrus. I something day. I something night. I something more. Toward. Whoa. What was that? Oh, hello, Vinci. Hi. So, take my prime. Thank you very much, Vinci. Subscribe for 2 months. Look at that. You're the first one for 2 months. You've had the honor now. Thank you very much, Rin, for supporting me. You've come at a very weird situation, which will probably make no sense to you, but I'm trying to translate a language in the game. But yeah, Fox says that it reminds me of Japanese and its loanwords. I think that's very fair. It's quite constructive as well, which is, you know, maybe that's more Korean than Japanese necessarily, but still. Toward I can gift. To I can gift something house towards is. At the start of a day, I, derail. Oh, that's future. Le. What does le mean? A lack of myself. Won't. Future, I won't. Wow, it's an honor. Also, yes, this looks quite confusing. It's confusing even, like, knowing what I know, to be honest. A new day. I can't future. What does eld mean? It's probably something to do with me. So maybe, maybe it's plural. Maybe it's we? I also realise that ul is not that, it's can. So we can day, we can future. No, we can day, we can night. We can more today. So this would be to us, maybe? Agiris? I don't know what Agiris. Whatever Iris is. To our first Iris. Towards I can gift our house to sorry, but so it's multiple languages put together. It's a made-up language. We're just comparing it to other languages because it's very constructive. Like all the reason I put these lines across is each of these different prefixes and suffixes have different meanings, and it's very interesting the fact that basically if you put like of at the front, it means towards something, but if you put though at the end of a word, it means like away from something. So the prefixes and suffixes are like inversions of each other. And also verbs didn't naturally exist in this language to begin with, so all verbs are loan words from English. But nouns aren't, so... So, I can gift to our house to whatever is means. The start of a day, if this is old, be our future won't. What? New day, our future can't. First, I will bid. I can heed our word. We don't know what this means. So yeah, maybe double D is a pluralization. It does seem reasonable. House Sinclair can't. House Epson can't. Begat ein in. Od Georgiari. We can something. We can we can future towards fun. We can, maybe this means go. This means go. We can away toward Iraja, towards. Okay, so if this means go, this part means towards can I gift our house we go towards. What? Okay, maybe there's more hints later on. I shouldn't be continuing doing this. MSMX, hello. Not the third game you need to translate a made-up language. I did comment and I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this again. Popping in early, may not have time later, I don't know. Lurk. Go for it, lurk away. Okay, we're not going to sit here and try and translate this, but theory. Ode, just eld is we can / will. And also is equals to go, maybe. Sorry, I thought my phone just vibrated there. Okay, apart from that, I don't think we can translate any further in this, and there's nothing left to do in this classroom. I actually completely forgot about we're actually in the middle of the blueprints run in the first place. We made it to grade 8, and that's as far as we can go. So I don't know what else we want to do in this run. I want to find this lucky rabbit's foot, which I somehow missed, to be honest, but I feel like it would be in a very obvious place, wouldn't it? Because there's a chance that the lucky rabbit's foot is used in one of the constructions, essentially. One of the workshop items. So interestingly, the sale doesn't apply to the showroom. Or maybe we need the showroom... Maybe we needed to get the sale benefit and then do the showroom? That's a possibility. I'm just looking at these locations to see if, like, because I thought these might have been sigils for a second, but it doesn't look like it. But it's certainly the most we've ever bought from a showroom. Emerald bracelet and the chronograph, which we don't really need anymore, but still. No, it says on the flyer the applicable rooms. Ah, okay, fair enough. Was the lucky rabbit's foot in here? I genuinely don't know where it could have been. I don't even know what to do with the rest of this run. We just have too much stuff. I don't even know what goal we can try. I mean, we have... Okay, I guess we can still try and do boiler room pump together. That's true. We need to make it back to these locations. Oh, there's a lucky rabbit foot. Okay, what's the easiest way to get back to the workshop then? Probably this way. And that is next to the classroom. Okay. Okay. So I think that's the only thing that we have left to do. Because something in the back of my mind told me that lucky rabbits foot is part of the last workshop contraption we need to make, but I don't know if that's actually true if I just made that up in my mind. I didn't even realise the classroom could have items on the desk. It's news to me. This is the wrong side of a workshop. What can you combine it with? Oh, coin purse. Lucky purse. Here we go. Hold on, get a workshop open. Whatever notes. What? This is too much stuff. Okay. Yeah, it is the last one. Right, because there's 8 items. We've never made it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this one was also... okay. Rabbits, foot, and coin purse. 2 items we very rarely get in runs, to be honest. Lucky purse. It probably just combines the 2 together is my guess. It's probably like super lucky, super money making. Congratulations, you discovered the last contraption. You didn't make this up. Doubles all the coins you find. Whoa, okay. So this is really good with like the treasure trove if we need a lot of money. Right, wow, okay. Let us... Not that way, this way. We don't have many steps left. Is there anything we want to backtrack for? I don't think so. I think everything's going forward. I mean, the office, we could try and pick up a load of coins, but that seems a bit pointless. Because we don't really need the showroom items anymore. This is a really good run, which we have no further use for. I wish I could bring all these items to my next run, but we can't. Hold on a second. We might as well use a silver key here, I think. This could be a really good time for a cloister. We also have 11 redraws. Let's just redraw for something crazy, why not? Oh yeah, because we can rewind again. Great Hall's probably pretty good. Dining room's actually probably pretty good for food. I don't know how far backwards we can go again. I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, Mount Holly gift shop maybe? That'd probably be pretty good. We can probably buy something. Lunchbox. When you reach rank 5, gain half of your dinner steps. Swim trunks. Jojo blocks. Swimbird plushie. Just looks nice. We can get lunchbox. In a run with this much money, I don't see why not, to be honest. Music room. Why not? I don't know. At this point, what key would be? A vault key! I didn't even think about that. We can try and get the vault. We have no more... Oh, we have no more classrooms to draft off of, eh? That sucks. We should try and get the vault. So we actually don't want to use a secret garden key here, I think. There's the blue room, so we also don't want to use a prism key. Wait, what is the vault? Is the vault... It's not a shop or a... Is it just a regular room? It's probably just a regular room. It's just a regular room. Does that work on this prism key then? No, it doesn't. Greenhouse. We don't want to do ballroom. Mail room is probably useful. Greenhouse. Okay, what we can do with greenhouse. Oh, we don't have a cloakroom. You could try and get that corner room. We could do mail room to start off next time, but I'm gonna do greenhouse. One, because I want to break this down. I'm not going to use that broken lever yet. We don't need to go to room 46. But there's a chance we can get the cloakroom, get the power hammer, and then we can knock this wall down. I see that as a possibility. I guess we have to do chapel. Cloakroom? Cloakroom. How do we get so lucky? Now the question will become, what do we actually want to check in? Because we have so many good items right now. I think we might want to check in the emerald bracelet, to be honest. Because that feels always quite usable. I don't think there's... So this is probably the other secret level, whatever. I guess... Whoa, what the heck? What? No, it's a door. Okay. What? The original gardener's logbook. Logbook for when I got fired. He loves me, she loves me. She loves me, she loves me not. She loves me, she loves me not. Whoa, okay, what? Hold on. That's unexpected. Okay, so greenhouse is no longer a dead end. That's pretty cool. Original gardener's logbook. Oh, I should put this in the book folder, actually. But then we just put it in the subfolder and the book folder. Greenhouse. Okay. This is a record of my many indiscretions and lapses of judgment. Should this logbook ever be found, know that my guilt is exceeded by my own failings. Okay. Sure, I guess. As a groundskeeper of a vast estate, it's my responsibility to ensure property remains well maintained and beautiful all year round. From the many green rooms of a manor to the sprawling lawns, it's my duty to attend to every aspect of the grounds, ensuring that they're orderly, presentable, and accessible so that they may be appreciated by both guests and the family. That would be the day. This logbook, many years overdue, will serve as a record of some of the duties and discoveries and contributions I've made to the estate. I've served here as a groundskeeper, however many more yet to come. Not many, apparently. Okay. What happened to Clip Studio Paint? February 25th, 1990. A few months ago, I made a truly remarkable discovery in my role as a Mount Holly horticulturist. Do you have drafting studio, or was it the last run? I think it was the last run. Through years of breeding and experimentation, I successfully created a new species of flower with a fruit that resembles a gemstone in every detail. Although the fruit is not edible, it is nevertheless a marvel of nature, possessing all the beauty and brilliance of a genuine jewel, but with the added benefit of being entirely organic. Cool. Despite the creation of this flower being my proudest accomplishment to date, my joy was slightly curbed when I was informed by Randolph Moore that my employer's company, Sinker, had decided to deny my request to announce my discovery to the public, completely disregarding my years of work and dedication to this project. This decision was absolute rubbish. Pour my heart and soul into this project. I also didn't realise that Devon, the groundskeeper, was also part of Sinker. I thought they were a tech company. I poured my heart and soul into this project, investing countless hours in research experimentation to create something truly extraordinary. The feel this flower has the potential to make a significant impact on the field of horticulture, and it feels like such a waste to keep a gem like this hidden away for, quite, future research. As I suspected, they wanted the flower to serve primarily as a cheap way to produce resources for special floor plans. Insanity. October 21st, 1990. Had high hopes of his logbook, but I've struggled to find a reason to add another entry. My employer's decision earlier this year has left me feeling disheartened, and I find it difficult to find motivation to continue my work. I'm aware that my disappointment is affecting my performance, and I'm reminded of that daily when I see houseplants slowly dying as I make my rounds. Perhaps I should quit. I really, really should have. My ambition has been reignited. I overheard, perhaps with some prodding, that the employee contracts for the staff are kept within the Baron's private office on the 10th rank. A fact that I found quite remarkable considering that the house only has 9 ranks. This all but confirms a long-held suspicion of a rumoured 46th floor is in fact north of the antechamber. A suspicion that I had always considered too obvious to be plausible. As much as I wish to abandon all pretense of caring about my job to focus on this new project, I fear I must resume my gardening duties for the sake of appearances. It has after all been a long time since the north side of a house has received a groundskeeper's undivided attention. Let's trim the hedges and see what we find. Okay. Employee contracts of a staff. Okay, so this stuff we all know. I think. January 11th, 1991, if there is a 10th rank, it's impossible to perceive its existence from the outside, so if it does exist, then I'm going to assume that reaching it can only be done through the antechamber. Sadly, security has only gotten tighter in the years after Mary's disappearance, and that room is no longer locked behind regular doors that can be opened by regular keys. No, that'd be too easy. Instead, the Baron had remote access levers installed in several different rooms of the house. Funnily enough, I know the location of 3 of the levers, as one was recently installed in the greenhouse and other 2 installed in the secret garden. It's almost like they were choosing green rooms just to tempt me. Secret garden, mechanarium, great hall, secret garden sealed. Greenhouse, weight room sealed, which we've revealed all of them. So I guess that means we don't need a power hammer anymore, right? Because there's nothing else to break down. I thought this was going to be a final one northward, but it looks like that's not the case. It appears each antechamber door has 1 primary access lever in addition to a redundancy in another location. Although the past few months of exploration have yet to yield the fruit I seek, I have in that time gained a much greater mastery of the estate and have stolen many glimpses behind the black curtain that veils so many secrets. Among the more exciting of my recent finds was the discovery of a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. The stale quality of the air and the unmistakable aroma of corroded metal led me to believe that this chamber has remained sealed for many decades. Within it I found a large vat and a copper still, their time-worn surfaces streaked with the creeping veins of oxidation and rust. Resealed in January after deal in Reddington fell through. I'm unsure if these instruments can be restored to working condition, but if they can, I may yet find a use for the sugar beets and potato stores rotting away the root cellar. One of the outer rooms. Oh, wait, a hidden chamber in one of the outer rooms, sealed shut behind a false wall. Whoa, hold on. So one of the outer rooms has a false wall? Which one? Root cellar, maybe? Or the hovel? Ah, wait, no, is this... Because he lived in the hovel, right? So this must have been him discovering the hovel and making it his new residence, is my guess. At last I discovered a location of one of the North Levers, steep underground in a location so far removed from the estate's plant life that had I been discovered, I would have been completely vulnerable without an excuse but curiosity to offer to my captor. As anxious as I was to pull it, I've decided to wait until the Baron is away, as it reduces the risk of being caught significantly. Once he leaves, I don't think that a delay in returning will be too hard to engineer now that Christoph is under my thumb and beholden to do whatever I command. Christoph. Well, there's no turning back now. After finally reaching the objective I've been working towards for the last 4 months, I made an impulsive decision in the heat of the moment and took more than just my contract. Found something that I knew could give me a chance to make back some of the money I felt was owed to me, and I grabbed the opportunity without really considering the consequences. Given that there was now only one missing file in the staff contracts, I've unwittingly left an incriminating trail leading directly back to me. My only hope is that they consider it too obvious to be plausible. I'm almost positive that I'm not going to get away with it, but at this point I feel I owe it to myself to get what's coming to me one way or another. And then they got fired. They made the ransom notes. Oh. Correspondence envelopes. Oh. So it was you who did all this stuff. Sent those ransom notes over. Fascinating. I think we have a dead end now. We don't have anywhere else to go, right? It's a pretty good classroom run, though. We got to classroom 8. I guess there's a theoretical classroom 9, which we can achieve by once we get the drafting studio in here. But otherwise... well, we don't need more gems. I guess we just need to decide what we want to put in this storeroom. Because we have a lot of options. Keycard, no. Emerald bracelet, maybe? Car keys, no. Shovel, no. Broken lever, no. Compass, coupon book, secret garden key, treasure map, prism key. Magnifying glass, pick sound amplifier, chronograph, lucky purse, vault key 149, power hammer, watering can. I think the emerald bracelet makes the most sense because it's the most generally flexible. It basically means we don't need gems for a run if we get the cloakroom. Because I don't know any other walls to break down. It does sound like there is another one in the outside room, but that might also be the hovel he was referring to. I don't remember what hovel looks like. I would put a vault key. That's an interesting idea, actually. Because I think I can anticipate your point being the fact that one of the sanctum keys is a vault key, and vault keys are so incredibly rare. What are the chances that we find both a vault key and a vault in the same run? Okay, you know what? I seem that's your reasoning. I actually 100% pick up what you're putting down. And I agree. Because gems have not really been that big an issue for us. I mean, look, we have 12 gems. I know we didn't spend any in here, but this was a classroom run as well. It's not that big a deal not needing emerald bracelets, I think. Especially because now, I can't believe we only got one allowance out of all of this. We didn't draft many drawing room floor plans. Oh, drawing room floor plan. For some reason I thought drawing room floor plan meant any room which had the schematics, but no, that's drafting. If you draw a drawing room for long... Oh, so I should not have drafted the drawing room if I... No, I haven't even drafted it yet. Okay, never mind. Yo, bro, your stream is crazy. Big fan of the vibes. I would love to stay connected so I don't miss your grind. I'm on Discord. Okay, interesting. That, I'm just going to ignore. With no more coins. I don't think we have anywhere else we can go. We've got a vault key checked in here. I think that's all we need to do, right? Maybe I should... This feels like spam, actually. Now I'm looking at it. It's a faux pas to go promote yourself and others without invitation, hey? I don't think there's anything else we want to do. Spam account is created today. Also, hi, I've been lurking for a bit. Hello, Toylan. I think that's the end of this run. I don't think there's anything else we need or want to do at the moment. I'm just trying to think, while we have all these million tools, was there a place we needed to use any of them? I don't think so. We've only got 11 steps as well. That's really cool though. I didn't know we could transform things like a greenhouse into... Stop being a dead end. Okay, I think we'll call it a day here. I don't think there's anywhere we need to call it a day either. We don't have any end of stomping rooms. No, okay. Then let's call it a day. And that'll be it for our blueprints run for today. I was just going to tell about your Discord. Fair enough. Academic shopping centre. So true. Genuinely an unbelievable amount of items we accrued over that run. But, you know, another thing I forgot about is the fact that the gallery gave us, like, that room 8 key, which we never found the use of either. So that's an interesting question. Okay. Honestly, pretty good stuff. I think we made a lot of good progress. We overran, as usual. With blueprints, but it means I don't think the drawing we have left to do is actually too difficult. We're finishing off our August artwork rather than we'll start September's one tomorrow. So we just got to finish drawing it, to be honest. Where is it? There it is. So, for now though, I'm going to take a little break, you know, everyone draft kitchen. As they say, get some water, snack, walk around. What you need another catch up. We'll see. Hopefully not too many more. I don't think I'll need one for September, but we'll see. But yeah, everyone take 5. We'll be back in a moment. Hello everyone, how are we feeling today? Let's actually make sure to change the category before I forget. Art. Wait, what on earth is going on? Branded content? Content classifications? What on earth? Okay, well I don't need to do any of those. Audience, everyone. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Done. I didn't realise there were any, like, stream info things there were. Okay. Let's do some drawing, huh? Well, rendering, actually. The problem is, I did this so long ago. What brush did I use for this? I have no idea. Let's just try and find it again, I guess. So it's definitely not bad. That's my sketching brush. Chalk? Doesn't really look like chalk. I wouldn't be surprised if it's... No, not that brush. It's definitely not a watercolor brush. Fin gouache? No. Oil paint? Is that an oil paint brush? You know what I should do? I should just check the previous stream and just see on the VOD what I used. Was it this one? Okay, I'm using this brush. Okay, that looks right. Okay, let's go. Let's shade this in. Which I think will probably be quite straightforward. I don't really anticipate anything crazy here. The only crazy thing is I haven't done a lot of drawing for a while, so. Shadows. But ice cream truck. I'm glad you went for this idea. I remember the other stream when you discussed it. Yes, this is what we ended up settling on. A bit of a trickster D. Poking a bit of fun, I suppose. Being a bit, as Fodian likes to put it, a bully. But it's her brat summer, hence the colour scheme, you know? That at least was the intention. I've also, like, this is a really weird shading style I've done. Okay. So I was just looking at the rendering I've done in the background and been like, okay, weird. I don't know why I did this. I guess I was being experimental. So I guess we need to do the same when we're doing this part of shading. We basically need everything to be a bit scratchy. This part will probably be easy to do destructively. Something like this. But yeah, I mean, despite the fact that this is what we're doing for this month, to round up this month, you can still at least get your ideas in for tomorrow, what we'll be doing for September's thematic. Probably something somewhat autumnal, but again, it doesn't have to be, because last year's was very autumnal, from what I recall, so it doesn't have to be exactly the same, you know? There's room for a little bit of variation. There we go. I'm not sure though. If I were to do something autumnal, I would want to do something at least a bit different. Because last year I think I did like back to school autumn. She was like in a cozy sort of like academia, smart academia style. So definitely would want to do something a little bit different this time. Weird to think that summer's almost over, huh? Well, I guess summer is over, technically. Well, but I think we're still in British summertime, if I recall. So maybe it's not. We'll do this just to give her more sort of like evil looking eyes. I'm thinking about watermelons. I like watermelons. We like watermelons here. This is a bit of a watermelon sort of themed coloration, isn't it? Bow, yeah, like it kind of reminds me more about Haribo or like candy watermelons rather than actual watermelons. This sort of like very pinkish colour. Not particularly natural for a watermelon. Okay, there's a bit of a weird shading pattern here I've done here. I don't know why. Why am I overcomplicating it? This is probably just all in shadow, isn't it? Or at least mostly of it. Should be. That's definitely all in shadow. Except for this part here. Okay, looks good. Now we'll do the clothes. This one will probably be a lot easier to do destructively. So that is indeed what we'll do. So we just sort of pop this out over there. I don't mean your current drawing, I was just responding to your theme thought. Oh, you're just like, just in general thinking about watermelons. Yeah, fair enough. Something harvest-based could be interesting. Harvest season, I suppose. Makes a lot more sense now with that context. I don't know. Also, should we get some random conversations going? What can we talk about? MSMX, you got anything loaded up that you were like, let's bring up? I saw Vivzy Pop has released like Has Been Hotel. Well, not Has Been Hotel. Well, maybe Has Been Hotel. I don't know, like board game or something. And I was like, what? Which I was like, well, that's an interesting thing. Am I going to get it? No, probably not. But, you know, if my friend was like, do you want to play it? I'd be like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. I always appreciate that when, as a creator, they're just like, you know, despite the fact it's in this one medium, I'm still going to like branch out and do as many other mediums as I can, right? I would 100% do that. Okay, so let's have it sort of go like this, I think. Saw the announcement for something like that. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Yeah, I don't actually know how it's played. I just know they have like a rotatey, sort of like a Lazy Susan thing in the middle. That's a key part of a game in some capacity. What else has sort of come out recently? I don't know. Oh, that's not right. There you go. You can't see it, but I'm definitely off screen lunging for his ice cream scoops. Can't let them go to waste. Well, I think if you're lunging for them and, you know, diving into the sand for it, you fell into a trap. She's like, oh, you want ice cream so badly? Why don't you catch it then? And then when you bite the sand, she'll be like, ha 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 ha. Loser, I don't know what. Okay, maybe she is a bully in this one, in this alternate universe. Please have a dress be sparkly, by the way, like sugar on melon candy. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I think I was actually going to make it textured, but I actually completely forgot about that until you said it. No, Susan is not an important character. What? Oh, because I said Lazy Susan. I see, right. Loser, 2025. No, don't quit. You can't quit that out of context. You've got to put the rest of the context. -D in Parallel Dimension, where she is a brat. Or whatever the TV trope's name is for a brat-based character. I feel like there must be a TV trope page about it, but I don't know what it would be called. Like a, sorry, not TV trope, like a trope name. Because it feels very common. Just have a sort of like a jerkish like character you kind of love. I say as I can't think of a single character who fits that trope. Okay. So what am I going to do shading here? Probably we'll have it as a creeping shadow thing like this. Sort of outlining her bust. But not a lot. Because I think a lot of these shadows will probably be in darkness still. Maybe this one could be like that, but the rest of it probably would be until we get down here where it wouldn't be once again. Now trap, I'd fall for it. Worth it for the strawberry. You know what? If you are truly committed to the ice cream, I can't stop you. I don't know what ice cream in my mind would be worth diving, possibly eating sand for, but if it's worth it to you, then, you know, honestly, I don't have much of a sweet tooth, so difficult for me to relate necessarily. Maybe I want this shadow to creep up a bit further down. If anything, I should do the textured gradient thing here, which is a bit difficult to do, I think, like this. Maybe I should tiny brush. I haven't really been doing this texture thing on any of the shadings previously, so I was just like, let's go back in and add some of a scratchy texture. Okay, first, happy late birthday. Thank you very much. Hope whatever happens on the 19th is tight. There's like 3 creators dangerously close to it for whatever reason. Well, not all of it will be in the sand. You'd probably recover a lot. Depends how fast you are, I think, how far away you are as well. From this angle, probably you'd probably catch it. One of a third one, one of a fourth one on August 29th or something. There's like 3 craters dangerously close to it. Oh, dangerously close to like having a birthday on that date. I see. I assume that's what you meant. But thank you. I've seen some people leave a couple of birthday comments, which is very nice, and I've yet to really go through my YouTube comments again. So, still playing catch up. Maybe I should do that this weekend actually. So I probably have a bit of time at least. I need to basically put it back in my habits of doing so. Yeah, actually now I'm looking at this, I do want, I think, all of this to at least be somewhat lit up. Not like extremely, but... So I think that makes most sense to me. If at least some amount of it is lit up. And then maybe just like the corner piece of this. Not the entire thing, but we'll just do a sort of rough triangle. Yeah, okay, I think that works. Yeah, it's a really weird shading style that I've done, but nonetheless, do the next one, which will be dark shadows. Let's get the palette layer up in here because I realise I've not done it. Yeah, close to your birthday, just a coincidence I've seen. Second thing, we can be on Taduk episode 6 finally. Taduk. Ah, Amazing Digital Circus, yes. Sorry, I couldn't figure out that acronym for a moment. Yes. That was a good episode, I think. Spoilers, I suppose, for... I mean, we won't go super in depth into it or anything, but in case there are people who have not watched it and do want to watch it, I would highly recommend doing so. All available on YouTube. I remember that's too dark. On YouTube, ATM. I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed seeing more depth to Jax, you know. The stuff that they're building up to. It definitely feels like things are going to be kicking off, like big time, next episode. I just realised I didn't do the shadows underneath this part. Raga forgot her moment. Kingo again, just being incredible. It's just fascinating to see what on earth is going on. I watched that episode. Nice. What did you think of it? One of, if not the most hitting real one so far. I think that's very fair. So I think they did a very neat thing. Goosework, she ended up tying, basically having both Pomni and Ragatha have a sort of like their development split over 2 episodes. And it gave a very interesting insight, I think, into both of them. Like, but the part I say, this happens like right at the beginning of the episode, so I don't think it's a spoiler, but the part which I say is always the most telling of Ragatha and her personality is when the team making at the beginning, where she was like, oh, you know, I don't want Kinga to be with Jax or something, so I was going to pair up with Kinga, but you know, that still leaves Pomni, quote, quote, with Jax. Which of her logic should still be a bad thing, I guess. I don't know, but there's a lot of very small, nice little details, I think, within that. Giving different info in both episodes too, yeah. But in the interesting lore drops, or lore hints, I should say. Oh, wait, that's a clothing layer. No wonder that's not working. Okay, shadow layer. We're not gonna go crazy here with the dark shadows. Just put a couple of the tufts in. Probably put this in. Like that. Dark shadow layer here. Again, don't go crazy. Now I remember some more details. It was interesting to discover new ways the circus operates, like a butterfly. Yes, that butterfly thing was very interesting. That certainly gave me a lot to be like, whoa, Kingo, what? I was feeling stuff even when Jax was talking to Pomni, really put me into that perspective. I loved that conversation at the end with Jax and Pomni. I love the expressions as well, but the very haunting one. I can't remember what was said exactly, but the one where Jax was speaking and he had like the tiny pupils of him being really annoyed, and then they slowly just start filling up to the big squares as he's like being like, well, like time to adopt the funny one persona again, as he would put it. Absolutely adored it. An extremely tired look on Jax's eyes when he said that bit at the end where he was like, "There's nothing more to me, so please stop looking." And I was like, whoa, no. Beautifully devastating line to hear from, well, if I heard that from anyone, I think I'd be like, what? But mwah, what a beautiful bit of dialogue there. Perfectly encapsulating the situation. Is that all the dark shadows we need? I think that's all the dark shadows we need for the body. You're rather funny. Oh man. Drama. Love me a bit of manufactured drama for the purposes of enhancing people's character arcs and storylines. That's what I'm here for. Not real life drama, fictional drama. You might be like, do you watch any like TV dramas or anything? Actually, I don't, so maybe I don't love it as much as I think. I've been told I should watch The Bear though, multiple times. Digital Saga seems interesting, but I've only seen the 2 newest episodes. You've seen the 2 newest episodes, but you haven't seen the original, like, the first few episodes? I mean, fair enough, like, I've done similar things in other media properties. Like, I've seen... I can't remember, is it No, I've seen Endgame as one of, like, my first Marvel movies. Like, I've seen, like, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the Spider-Man films, I can't remember which one, and then like Endgame, which is such a weird combination, but it's just how it happened. But yeah, I would highly recommend going to watch the entire series, you know, Vinch, when you get a moment. It's very, very good, and all free, because it definitely feels like one of those things where I'm like, oh, you know, this existing, but this, I can see this becoming a fandom. Well, I mean, it is a fandom, but like, I can see this being like a hallmark fandom, I suppose, for the internet era. You know, same way that like Homestar, Command & Pony, Undertale, the animatronic horror game fandom, that sort of thing. Can't now make a connection with Michael Kovac voicing. Jax and Angel just have an angst emotional moment, but they're both different. Why don't you start from first on? I think I watched the pilot too, but episodes are like full length, so I gotta sit down and watch them. Yeah, fair. I always try watching things in order. I think there's also benefits to not watching things in order, because especially if it's something where you're like, I'm not convinced, or like, I don't know if I'll like it or not. There have been times where I've watched things like starting at episode like 8 or something, because it's like, oh, this is like the big one, this is one that people love. You get spoiled, sure, whatever, but you know, you get to see some of the flavour, I suppose, of what makes people really like it. A bit easier to judge, I think, at that point, if it's for you or not. Jack's still trying to hide how he really feels, but isn't doing a good job, for lack of better words. It's a denial of reality, shall we say. I want to see the new ones with the memes in them. That's genuinely a genuinely hilarious reason. Like, I don't mean that in a mean-spirited way, but like, you go. I love that. Just you seeing like all these like memes and being like, I know this is Digital Circus, I don't know what they mean. And just being like, I gotta watch the TV show just for the memes. It's a fantastic bit of motivation. If that was the case, I would watch from beginning to the episode people like to decide. I think that's also fair. I think, you know, it's kind of like different strokes for different folks. You know yourself best of what way you're watching things you like. You know, I tend to know that I tend to only watch something if I know there's like a big hard-hitting moment, which it sort of builds up to, which appeals to me. Otherwise, even if it is like good, people like it, then I'm like, you know, whatever. Where's my motivation? For some people, you know, like using like one of them, Fox Slime, where it's just like, you know, I want to know the story from the start to end. I want to have that natural progression, and that's totally okay. We're all very free to engage with media properties in the way that best suits us, to be honest. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a beautiful marriage, something, something horse-drawn and carriage. But it literally in the back of the seat of my bicycle made one two, something like that. Which I only know the existence of a song because back in, I can't remember where it was, I think we were on like a family holiday somewhere. And I was like in this like kids workshop thing. Where I think it was like a theatrical workshop. And then I got paired up, where it was like me and my sister with another sibling duo. And then we had to perform that song, except for none of us knew what the song was. But the drama teacher kept being like, yeah, you know, we'll have you sing Daisy, Daisy. And then like when it came time to perform, we were on the bicycle and we were just like, don't know what the song is. Don't know how to sing it. That's my memory of it, at least. A funny time. Hearing him sing was kind of crazy to me. I didn't feel super lost. On the 2 episodes I watched, they seem kind of episodic. People often judge the movies, while I just enjoy them regardless, that's why. That's fair. Watch the episode with a gummy goo too. Okay, that's quite an early one as well, isn't it? It's like episode 2 or something. So you've actually watched half the episodes. I certainly feel like, yeah, episode 2 and episode 3 definitely feel a bit more episodic. 5 and 6 probably should be watched together. But I mean, like, it is also one which I don't think you need that much context for, which is actually quite nice. If anything, and more of a testament to the character writing is that even, like, in this case, if you jump in at episode 6, you can still very quickly pick up on what the characters are kind of like. Hearing them sing. Also, a note about singing. Like, I know they've made like an official song. I saw it on my recommended, and when I listened to it, I can't remember what it's called though. But it has the actual like voice actors and actresses singing. It goes like dum 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 dum. Trapped in my head, I can't get away. Something like that. So yeah, if you want to hear them singing their actual in the character voices more, bada bing, bada boom. I have realised that this dark shading doesn't make sense for what I've done over here, so let's make it actually make sense. Okay, sorry. Did y'all both make it up on stage or something? I don't know. I think I just sort of said there and just like hummed or something. Because I was like, I got the tune, but I was like, I don't really know what the lyrics is. And I think the drama teacher sang it mostly. That's my memory of it. I don't know. I don't even know where we were, why we were doing that, to be honest, but so be it. Oh, also, since it's the apron, we should definitely have a dark shadow just under here and a dark shadow under here. Probably. Just give a bit of texture to this entire thing. Quite a simple shading assignment, this one, because the nice thing about this brush is I can be so loose and, you know, messy, because that's kind of like what the brush is giving. True. I mean, I can tell there's characters growth in each episode, but the personalities still seem close on the pilot. Yeah, like you can, I guess is what you can understand the core concept of a character pretty quickly, even if the growth isn't necessarily revealed. They have fan songs that Kovac is in. I wouldn't call them official. Oh, they fan songs, never mind. Kovac and just like being involved in fan stuff. It's like Has-Been's Addict. Is Addict not an official song? That's actually crazy. There's a recurring character first seen in Fast Food Masquerade, episode 4. That's true. And a downside to not watching it in the intended serial format is you will miss out on things like that, huh? So yeah, I don't know, Vince, if you do plan to watch it, I would highly recommend it. DeerDarling approved. I have just realised that ice cream, for some reason, is not in these layers. Let's just shade this ice cream in. What? That's the wrong layer. That's why that didn't work. And then we'll come back to do textures on things afterwards. Oh, I just realised not all the ice cream is the same colour as well. Okay, that looks pretty good. Addict isn't in any material outside his own video as far as I can tell. Oh wait, Vivsy uploaded it on a channel. Is it official? I thought it was official. I thought it was just like a... What's the opposite of an insert song? An outsert song or something. Just like something which is there to be non-diegetic? What's the term? Where it's like, it's not canonical in the story, but it is a canonical representation of a characters or something. Alrighty, I'll be sure to give you episodes I haven't seen and watch later. Yeah, I mean, take your time. Like, you know, there's still 3 more episodes left in the season. And the pace of going, I'll probably finish like next year or something, but you got a while, you don't need to rush it or anything. No need to burn yourself out. Highlights. I actually wonder if we should just do gradient highlight. Firstly, let's add the dark shadow palette to the palette. I don't know if a gradient highlight will look any good, so that is what we are going to try. That's either that or we do. Is that too harsh? No, I think it's okay. Sort of like rim lighting. It is from behind, so... Let's do something like this. That doesn't make sense. Let's not do that. We have a very light room lighting here, which disappears. Highlight here, which disappears. Lighting here, which sort of thins out. And then probably just a touch of a tip here. Something like that, I think might work. Doesn't have a lot of space for highlighting, it's probably on the clothes. Glitch does have a song for Tad, but not like in the same way. A very special Digital Circus song, it's one of the plushie skits. Okay, fair enough. Wow, the ear fluff looks amazing with the shadows, thank you. I was thinking about something like Jack's Toy by Jake Neutron. Okay, I have no idea what any of these are, unfortunately. Like, I mean, Digital Circus is definitely one of those shows which will spawn about 1 billion fan songs. I mean, a lot of passionate creators, but also a lot of people making songs as well. And like, kind of reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's with how that exploded with like fan songs. The online community. I wouldn't be surprised if there's multiple others as well. It almost makes me sort of reminisce for times when I would like watch and listen to them. Stuff like that. Gone are the days of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fan songs. I still remember some of them deeply within my heart. But now, it's another media property's chance to shine. Ice cream doesn't really look this shiny, but we're gonna make it look this shiny. Probably we want to erase some of these shadows. It's probably a bit too much. But I might want to erase all that shadow. Just because it doesn't look very good otherwise. Breaks up the shape of it too much. Do you remember the name of the song you're thinking of? Yeah, the YouTube fan song community never left, but it's much more strong again. I can't remember. I think it's... Let me think, hold on. Dum da 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 da. Da 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 dropped in my mind. I need to see. I can't remember. It has a title in my mind which is not actually used in the lyrics, and it's something like I need to. It's like be free or something. Okay, let me try and find it. Digital Circus song. Digital Hallucination, is that? Oh, Happy Place. I think it's this one. Happy Place by Zamination. If that looks right. Because I remember it had this like voxel art style. What, merry-go-round? What is this penguin character? Oh, unless that's probably the musical creator. That makes a lot of sense. Got It Made, Jax. Amazing Digital Circus music video, Wacky World. Oh, is it Wacky World? Wait, hold on. There's two of them. Which one's which? Okay, I'm not going to play this out loud. I'm going to look at the music video because I remember the music video. Okay, Happy Place is the one I was thinking of. I don't know what Wacky World is. Yeah, the Minecraft-X style. Voxel style, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea what this one is. There's so many. What is this? Abstraction Big Band version? Knock Knock Who Cares? Dream. Candy Carrier Chaos. They Have Guns. Can't Stop Singing. They're all Pomni and Jax themed. Cherish in the Dark. There you go. There's a King of one. Where's my girl Gangle at? Welcome to the Circus. No Girl's Toy. Whoa. The Kitty Cat Dance. Excuse me, what? This is it, like, Loser Baby, that's quite funny. But this is it, you know, what can traditionally be seen as cringe, I suppose, of how Metal Copper wrote There's a Gangle one, with how much is churned out from it. I feel like I'm more in awe of it, if anything. Just like, look at that. Look at all these people so passionate by this media property. They'll make like the fan songs, will create things inspired by even the smallest things from it, which I think is just brilliant. That's what art is wanting to do, right? To inspire, to allow others to create, express things as well. It's not cringe, it's free. Let's see, yeah, but make it look the shiny. Deer thinks she's Starfire from Teen Titans. Starfire. That's throwback. I love Teen Titans. Do you remember when Jax was making cat faces? I don't remember Jax making cat faces very well, but certainly do remember Gangle, Kinga and Ragatha. Again, cringe and free is stronger than ever. Yeah, but that's actually another really nice thing as well. Because I feel like very much growing up in my internet era, which is, again, it's not much older than, I think, probably some of yours. Maybe even the same era as a lot of yours as well. Very much cringe was like a point and laugh sort of thing. But nowadays, you know, Credit to it. Cringe is free. People are embracing cringe. Because that's just, honestly, a part of life. To be cringe is to be free. Yeah, but I know the Titans Go version had the bit of her saying "the" everywhere. I've never actually seen Teen Titans Go. I'm unfortunate to say. I was watching the OG back in the day. Teen Titans Go, where their superpowers they unite. Teen Titans, something, 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 something. Da 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 on the attack. Da 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 da. This highlight makes no sense. Da 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 da. Teen Titans Go. I guess we're making it a satin ribbon with how I'm highlighting this. Jax was making cat faces too. You can even look it up, I think. I feel like I can picture it in my mind, like him having a really smug expression with a sort of like the face on. But I don't really remember the context of it more physically, I suppose. Okay, I think that's fine. I think we'll also do a gradient highlight, but probably a softer one. Remember, add it to the palette. Never forget to add it to the palette. Otherwise you will regret. I think we'll probably just make it a soft light, sorry. Do a bit of bluey green, I think. No, yellow green looks a bit better, I think. I don't want it too much, but I want it enough that it looks like a shining light from above. Maybe the cat dance vid you saw was Gangle. It did look like Gangle. It looked like a YouTube short. Okay, let's also get some dark colours for... Whoa, that's not a dark colour. I guess we'll do a greenish sort of colour. Of a line art. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. Okay, let's add some texture. So base dress. What's on this layer? There's nothing on this layer. Sparkles have been requested. What would be a good sparkle brush? Not this one. Dust, maybe. Can't really see it. Maybe need something a bit brighter. I think it should be at least have a little bit of coloration to it. I'm not sure what colour though. Pinkish green could be interesting. Maybe I think I want it a bit more. I have a butterfly brush. What on earth? Okay. But I'm sure you remember when Jax was admitting his fears. Yes, I do remember that. There was a bit with her and the other ones that died where they had cat ears and tails in the aquarium. Yeah, I remember that part. I was surprised. I guess you didn't see the YouTube short I saw, but it looked like they were like someone had animated that moment, but then did like a whole like dance routine with it. So I realized I didn't say the context of it, which is why I was surprised by it. I was like, wow. Yeah, quite subtle, I think, sparkle with that, and then maybe we go over with a much brighter brush and then much harsher colour. I think it should be blurry though. Bit of a Gaussian blur. So I don't want it to be too harsh. Oh, that's too blurred probably. Something like this. And then we'll have a solid sparkle layer where we take I guess that shouldn't be on there. We can Put this on top. Could put little sparkles. Make it look just a bit glittery, you know? Mainly the parts in direct sunlight, I suppose. Make it feel like a ocean marine layer. Ocean marine layer? That makes no sense in this context. Why would this be a marine layer? And then we have a lower opacity one for this part. Okay, pink and sparkly glitter. No, I saw that. I'm sending stuff in stream chat. Oh, I didn't realise. So I've not even been checking that. Stream chat. Jack's toy. Envy of Jake Neutron song. Jake never made a music video himself. A very special digital circus song. Botlog. Oh, did you get botlogged? You got botlogged for too many links. I swear I raised it to like 5 links. Maybe I didn't actually raise it. Yeah, just be careful when sharing a lot of links in the Discord. Dinobot is, to be fair, I mean, mainly because of spammers and ruining it for all of us. Okay, ice cream. I wanted to have a darker layer here just to do some sort of, excuse me, hello, there we go. Do a crisscross wafer pattern. I think that's pretty good. I think the only other thing to do then would be, I don't think I want to blur this. I don't want the color bleed effect, but I do want a gradient palette over top. There's a bit of time in between those 2 links too. I feel like I shouldn't get that warning. I think it's something, I can't remember what its current like default was, but it's something like 30 seconds or something more than 2 links. So I'll have a look. Because I did want to decrease it because I feel like it's got way more false positives than false negatives. Which, you know, a bad size for the statistic test for all you stats nerds out there. Wait, is it size or power? I don't remember. Anyway, that reference is going to make sense to literally no one. Tonal correction. I was like, how do I do gradient maps again? I might take this one, but I might choose make a skew green instead of pink. We'll do that. Turn down that opacity. Probably put it in overlay mode actually. Maybe not. I do think a line art actually might be just too dark. I wonder if it should be softer. That's too soft. Okay, okay. I guess the wafer edge is on the opposite side from a viewer. The wafer edge. Like of the ice cream. I added the kitty cat dance animation. Was there something else we brought up? What I mean is that the cones like these are usually folded. Ah, like a paper cone is folded. Oh no, like a wafer go. Okay, no, I see what you mean. Honestly, I didn't even consider it. That is a fair point, and yes, that's what I'm gonna say. It's perfectly rotated away from viewer. So you can't see the crease and you can't see the overlap. I think it's because originally I did it as a paper cone, but then I changed it to a wafer cone. Didn't even consider it though, to be honest. Maybe I didn't. I think I also might want to do a slight vignette on this. Oh, I could do a blur on it. That's an interesting idea, actually. That's not something I do particularly often, but I was like, okay, this is a terrible shade of green. Just a softer shade, but having sort of be like this. I actually think a blur is a better idea. It's actually a much better idea, which I don't usually do. May find an example later of a starfire thing I was talking about, but I can do that later. Actually, I mean, I don't really remember what starfire sounds like, to be honest, so. Let's do a Gaussian blur. 60 should be good. Yes. Then we do a layer mask. And then we start unraveling it like this. This part should be in clarity, but then I basically want the edges over here to be a bit more blurred. Because it's not that important. Let's turn down the opacity as well. I want things to be, some of it to be slightly blurred, but not probably to this extent. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think we're done. August 2025. Probably steal this colour though to use for the outline. Yeah, okay. Nice. I mean, maybe if the text is a bit big, maybe I'll make it a tiny bit smaller. Oh dang, already. I think so. I was gonna bring up Rag next, okay. Don't sweat it. We'll be, if you're here tomorrow, I'm streaming tomorrow as well, so this conversation can be continued much more seamlessly. Because we need to start the September streams tomorrow. Okay, stretch. Stretch. That's pretty good, right? Let's actually export this. Unless, if you wanted to bring it up, you do have about 5 minutes while I export these files. So it's not all is lost yet. Me and Fodian were talking about her in episode 5, so we can continue on Discord too. That's totally fair. Like, I also spoke with a little bit about that. Yeah, I mean, feel free. Carry on the conversations that you wish to have. Don't let me stop you. But what I will do is I will update the title screen. It's a bit of a shame, but the July one's actually really good, the festival one, I think. Not that I think this one's bad or anything, but... Boom, there you go. Right, nice. I wanted to bring up something else, but you forget to. I wanted to bring up something else before you forget to, though. Okay, sure, go for it. Sorry, I misread your sentence and was like, what? What have I forgot? Oh, no. Also think of someone to raid to as well. I forgot about that. Is it your turn or Fodian's turn? I think it's your turn, isn't it, MSMX? Oh wait, it was a flight, not a road trip. Your last holiday, right? Yes, it was a flight. It's a flight to Copenhagen. Let's see, who can we raid? Who have we got doing what? Sigil TV, Yorialu, Heady Bat Draws, Trobbird, Irasen, Blind Archer, Got Artist. Look at all these people recommended. I was going to ask a music y'all played on a road trip if they put you on to some new stuff. No, unfortunately not. I do know my friends were listening to the new Sabrina Carpenter album. I've yet to listen to it. I think the response from my friends, at least, was more middling. Oh, I did hear one song from it. What song did I hear from it, though? I can't remember. I heard any singles, at least. Oh, hold on, let me look at it. What is like Man's Best Friend or something? Man's Best Friend album. I need like a track list. I listened to one of them, but I can't remember which one it is. I think I've heard a bit of Manchild as well. What was the one we listened to? It might have been We Almost Broke Up Again last night. I can't remember. I don't remember. I will go listen to the album at some point, and then I'll feedback. Yeah, it seemed like it was disappointing for people. Me too, but I still love her uniqueness and creativity. That's fair. You know, not everything that everyone creates should appeal and can appeal to everyone, so. Perhaps it was a different direction, perhaps, I don't know, maybe it just didn't hit as hard. Who knows? But anyway, MSMX, do you have someone that you'd like to raid? We Almost Broke Up Again? I'm surprised it wasn't one of the singles. Maybe my favourite currently. I remember, at least the one I listened to, I was like, whoa, I didn't, like, this was unexpected. And I thought I kind of liked it. I think, actually, I'm not sure if it is, it's looking at it. I genuinely cannot remember, so I will have to go listen to them. To figure out which one it was. Maybe it wasn't even Sabrina Carpenter, maybe it was a different artist or something. You could wish Slushy a happy birthday. Oh, is it their birthday today? Why not? Is Slushy someone we raided before? I can't remember. Bring up your birthdays on the same month if you want. I'll leave that to you. You're the ambassador. Can you remind me of their channel name? Is it Slushy VRC? Is that one, right? What are they doing? Birthday Meowathon. Sure, why not? If it's their birthday, that can be a nice birthday gift. I don't know what is going on with this right now. I think she just ran into the camera. Start raid, here we go. Yeah, Slushy VRC, there we go. Well then, how long do we have in the countdown? It was on for 4th, I believe, but never too late to celebrate. Wow, our birthdays are very close to each other. Well, I unfortunately won't be hanging around on stream. I'll at least say hi. So MSMX again, you're representing the DeerDarling brand. But thank you very much everyone for coming. You know, it's been a nice return. Again, we'll, you know, the exciting time of double streams in this weekend. Oh, I normally do an ad run here, don't I? Or whatever. I'll do an ad run, and then, I mean, you can go early, you can wait for the raid to trigger manually. But apart from that, I say, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time. Now the pressure. No pressure, no pressure. You got this. Yeah, I don't actually... If it's 1 minute, don't know if I've mistimed this. I think it's gonna raid her before the ad finishes, which I don't know how that works, to be honest, but I don't get ads anyway. That's true. If you're here in Prime, if you're subscribed, or if you've got ad block on, I assume, you're free to dodge the ads. Again, the ads are just sort of here. Well, I mainly do them so people don't get pre-rolls. Okay, you only have like 8 seconds. So take care, and I'll see you tomorrow, everyone, if you're here. Thank you again. Oh, I can't type. Thank you all for coming along. Okay, there we go. Stop the stream. Did I raid it? I'm raiding with a party of 5. I guess I'll stop recording and see what's going on.